December 15th of 1970, the Buffalo Sabres played their first home game here at Memorial Auditorium and began that game with a ceremonial face-off. Seymour Knox dropped the puck for a face-off between Gilbert Perreault and Jean Beliveau. As tonight's game will be the Sabres' last in this historic building, it is only fitting that we start it too with a ceremonial face-off. I now ask Whalers captain Brendan Shanahan and Sabres captain Pat LaFontaine to come to center ice with the Sabres' first captain and former head coach Floyd Smith, along with Mr. Knox, will drop the first puck.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and join in the singing of the Canadian and U.S. national anthems, along with vocalist Henry Pendleton.
There is not a ticket to be had for this final game in the auditorium. It's been that way for quite some time. And partner, as I look up at the top of the oranges, the standees are piling in as well.
I was looking at the same thing as you were, and I just glanced out our television booth behind us. Same thing, just like the old days. And think back to the opening night here in Buffalo many years ago, and not a ticket to be had.
Our starting goaltender is brought to you by Continental Airlines. More airline for your money. Jason Mazzotti is in goal. Sean Burke is not. Burke apparently was leveled by a Rick Tocchet punch in the game yesterday against Boston. Underwent 5 hours of surgery. Awful way to head into the off-season for goaltender Burke. And it's Andrei Trepalov, fresh off the victory in Washington last night, right back in the tank again today. Still picking up a couple of things on the ice. The referee, Richard Trottier, but look at this. Gordy Brosiker, one linesman, and I don't know whether it's coincident or not, but Tim Nowak, the Buffalonian who lives in Depew, is working this final game at the Eye. I hope that that is not coincidence. I hope that that's scheduling on behalf of the NHL, and if so, What a nice touch. Gallis behind his own net. Swings it to Astley. Getting it up now to Burridge, who took away all the silverware. Daw ripping it over the line. Trying to leave it there. Taken away, and Shanahan takes it back to center ice again. Emerson trying to get away. Swung it in over the line. Emerson bumped by Gallis. Tipped in behind the net. Came right out in front. Recovered by Astley. Astley ducking into the corner. Dribbled it on the boards. Didn't get it out. Nicolishin gives it away to LaFontaine. Steering it ahead. Burridge tapped it. And it's taken right back by Diddick. Now the pass from Jeff Brown. Dealing it up over the line. Offside is the call. Those scratches are brought to you by Vic's Deep Discount and Pharmacy.
Well, scratches for Hartford. Some pretty good players. Wesley, Burt, and Cron. And Dominic Hasek, of course, recovering from a knee injury. Matt Barnaby, a groin problem. And Mike Grosek, a shoulder injury. So the Hartford Whalers with some youngsters in the lineup, as the Sabres are. Coach Paul Maurice, I'm sure, same as his counterpart, Ted Nolan. An evaluation period as this season winds down. He's got some bags under his eyes. I think he's been losing some sleep.
I just saw something else interesting. One of the linesmen, it was Gordy Brossiker, picked up the puck. The first puck that was used in this game, took it over and gave it to Rick Simonik behind the Buffalo bench.
Right.
Here's Wilson now, smacking one in. May had to clear the zone. Covered back there by McCrimmon. Old warhorse for the Whalers. Flipped high in the air. May knocks it down, brings it right back in again, barging around. Fired it back to Plant off his leg. Shannon will tip it into the corner. Ray around to May. May behind the net, looking out in front. Here's May circling around again. Sends it back to Wilson. Lets it go. Knocked down. Another whack at it. Recovered by the Whalers and steered ahead to center ice. Coming back, McBain feeds it in over the line, takes a return pass, cleared it in, he's up and on. Trepaloff holding his ground. Wilson gets belted in the corner, but it's sent ahead to Ray, and Wilson now mixing it up behind the play. Wilson on O'Neill, and O'Neill took off there. Wilson is going back at him again. Now he takes a poke at him, does O'Neill, and Wilson, now we get everybody joining the fray.
That began with O'Neill running Wilson up along the boards. Wilson went back at him. O'Neill went back at Wilson, and it continued. O'Neill goes to the penalty box. This is what a defenseman faces. You go back for the puck, and a forward just finishes a check on you. And Wilson takes no guff. O'Neill, the only penalty, and so the Sabres with an early chance tonight on the power play.
Well, these two teams have been able to mix it up this season and in the past few years. So this is not surprising. It may set the tone. Buffalo does get the first power play opportunity.
Ted Nolan's Hockey Club with a 2-game winning streak, and he said tonight, it's no secret what we want to do. We want to put on a show for our fans. He said they've been great to us all season. And he said, we want to win this game badly.
LaFontaine stays out with Daw and Burridge. Plant will tip it ahead, but it's taken back and scooped off the linesman to Plant at center. Leaving it for Daw. He'll drop it back to Shitnik. It's behind his net. Sends it up on the wing now to LaFontaine, pulling away. LaFontaine in over the lines, hooks it into Burridge, and he chopped it to an open wing. Daw along the board, sends it back to LaFontaine. LaFontaine trying to keep it in there. They whack away at it again, and finally it comes free and is steered through center ice. Castle's chasing after it. Shitnik gets in front of him. They bump behind the net. Head right on to LaFontaine's stick. And you leave it there to Daw. Daw cutting back through the middle again. Gets in over the line. Leaving it there to Burridge. Burridge swings around on the wall to Daw. Daw gives it back to Burridge. Trying to clear it in front, but it's taken away by McCrimmon. And cranked off the glass back to center ice. Shitnik feeding it ahead. Here comes Jason Daw again, finding Plant, who slips in over the line. The pass to Burridge, trying to pick it out of the air. LaFontaine tracks it down in the corner. Dribbles it back to Plant. He swings it over to Shitnik. Shitnik clears it in beside the net. LaFontaine shovels it around on the other side. Back to Plant. Lets it go right on. And Mizzati snaps that one and hangs onto it. The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by KeyBank, America's first choice.
Well, the Buffalo Sabres playing their last game here at the Odd must get off to a good start here tonight. They must get an aggressive forecheck going against a slow Hartford defense, and they must play the body, play a physical game against the Hartford Whalers.
47 seconds left in the Whaler penalty now. Janssens comes out against LaFontaine on this faceoff. Janssen steers it behind the net. Pekka trying to catch up with a whack at it. Knocked down by May. May didn't see it. Now he recovers. Brad May flips it into the corner. Back it comes to Pekka. Pekka back to the point. Galley, a shot. Just goes wide. Worked around on the boards. Astley holds it in there. Valley stumbles, but got it to Janssens, and he feeds it through the middle and down the ice. The Whale will do some changing. Only 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. LaFontaine swings around again. Pass up the middle to Pekka. Pekka tried to get away at center, but he hit the referee. And getting some help there was Shanahan to clear it in the other direction. Sabres with Mark Astley to May. He tried to poke it over on the wing, but it goes down the ice, and Pekka was hauled back on the play, and no penalty coming up there, and the Whalers are back at full strength. Scoreless.
This year's Olympics are in Atlanta, but the games will be everywhere. The Bud World Party, a great time to share a Bud with friends, no matter where you are. Budweiser, proud sponsor of the '96 Summer Games.
Let's see how much you know about gasoline. Ready? In 1921, who opened the world's first drive-in service station? Your dad used it. His dad used it. Today, Gulf's Advent 21 formula keeps fuel injectors clean and helps my car run better than ever before. Whether it's full service or self-serve. For the life of your car, you know the name. Go Gulf.
Welcome back to the Odd on this historic night. We are joined by Rick Martin. Your highlights earlier with that goal in the All-Star game back in 1978. A little bittersweet memories here?
Yes, tremendous amount of memories. A great building to play in. I don't think you could duplicate the atmosphere in this building. All the new buildings are so big. Everybody was right on top of you. You could hear people in the oranges yelling at you. It's a great building.
I guess the 70s were the glory years in the fan support. But again, last Thursday they came out in record numbers to see what the new look's going to be all about.
Yeah, I just hope that you know they can get things going. It was a tough. It's tough to see the old building go, and a lot of memories. But hopefully they're going to carry on, and you know, a Stanley Cup in Buffalo would be really sweet.
That would be sweet. Thanks to Rick Martin. Let's send it upstairs to Rick and Jim.
Here's Hughes keeping it in the Hartford zone. Tried to poke it back to the point, but it's broken up, and Shanahan, the Whaler captain, spins away to center ice. Shanahan got it in over the line, lifted it there, and it's knocked free and cleared away, but too far for Vaclav Varada, playing his first shift in the National Hockey League for Buffalo. That's up at center. Becker could not come up with it. Away from Varada, Astley carries on. Astley swings in over the Whaler line. Astley turning now, looking for the trailer. Clears it across on the other side to Moore. Moore rushes into the corner, spinning around on the boards. Moore trying to give it to Varada. Varada poking at the puck. Moore gets knocked down, no penalty. Zhitnik keeping it in. Here's Zhitnik back to Varada. Let the shot go right on rebound. Pearson has difficulty. Now comes up with it again. Leaves it in the corner to Moore. Moore took a whack at it. It's recovered and steered off the boards by the Whalers, and finally clipped all the way down the ice. Buchner racing back after it. As race on him, but gets there first, and that will be icing. And I must apologize for something I said at the start of the game. Indeed, Rick Tocchet did throw a punch at one of the Hartford Whalers yesterday. It was not goaltender Sean Burke. It was defenseman Adam Burt. And that is the reason Adam Burt is not playing today.
Vaclav Varada with his first NHL shift, his first NHL shot on goal, and it was a good slap shot from 35, 40 feet in front of the net. But Varada this year, 59 games in Kelowna of the WHL, the Western Hockey League, finished third in scoring with 39 goals and 85 points.
O'Neill tips it to an open wing. Buchner moves up on the play, but it's knocked away by Sanderson. Now brought back into the line. Cleared in front of the net, off the goal post. And recovered in the corner by Zhipnik. And the goaltender's best friend saves Andrei Trepalov. Bugner. Back it goes to Zhipnik again. Zhipnik just waiting behind the net. Now feeds it around to Bugner. Bugner trying to pull out of his own end. Tied by O'Neill. Got it to center ice, and it goes all the way back to Diddick. Diddick smacks one off the boards. Bugner recovers. Over to Zhipnik. Zhipnik up on the wing it comes. LaFontaine and over the line. Cleared it across ice. Daw chipped it back behind the goal. Murray's catching up with it. It's a rough ride from O'Neill, but still has possession of the puck and got away from O'Neill, leaving it there to Daw. Daw swings around, trying to stuff it behind the net again. Then around on the other side, and Hartford picking it up and rolling it down the ice into Buffalo territory. Shannon back there, and this one is coming all the way back into the Whaler end.
Hartford with a glorious scoring opportunity on Andrei Trepalov, but the goaltender will tell you, hey, the goalpost, the crossbar are all part of the equipment. A Trepalov beaten on this play, and the puck glanced off the goalpost to his left. A well-conceived play by Hartford. As they went to the net, that was Sami Kapanen, and watched the goalpost to the left of Trepalov. And that is not even a shot on goal.
Wilson took his shot, back out in front. Ray couldn't catch up with it, and that ends up going into the crowd.
Now Buffalo with a line of Derek Plant, Brad May, and Rob Ray on the ice. The Razor looking for his 4th goal of the season. 3 goals, 5 assists, and 263 penalty minutes. Brad May will be joining Team Canada in the World Championships in Austria immediately following tonight, probably leave tomorrow.
Shannon trying to knock it in, can't do it. Broken up and comes away to center ice. A chance now in over the line for the Whalers. Dineen runs it back, and hustling back to break it up was Plant. And it's fired away, and that's cleared right back in again. And now we've got Dineen mixing it up with Wilson. Dineen drew the puck back in, just missed Wilson, and Wilson didn't like that one bit. And he's got Kevin Dineen pinned up against the boards. A lot of other shoving going on, and a whole lot of talking going on.
Now these two teams have clashed, of course, many times over the years, and this year again a spirited contest on a number of occasions. And I don't know what Dineen was thinking. The puck actually was shot into the Buffalo bench. It came back onto the ice surface, and Dineen drilled it back into the Buffalo zone.
And let's go down again and rejoin Barry Butel.
Thank you, guys. I'm with another member of the French Connection, Rennie Robert, and I was talking to Seymour Knox during the pregame show. He said that goal in the fog was one of the best memories he had.
Well, it's too bad we couldn't keep the fog for an extra couple of games. We would end up winning the Stanley Cup, but it was fun.
What about the memories coming back for the final game?
Well, it's sad to see this place go down because there's so many memories. One that won't be missed is that we never brought the Stanley Cup to this one. So hopefully by moving over to the new one, we can start a new regime and hopefully bring the Stanley Cup pretty soon.
Thanks to Rennie Robert. Now to Rick Cheneray.
Well, the penalties are going to go 1 to each team, Dineen and Wilson. And Wilson was not too happy about what Mr. Dineen did.
Well, they're still having a chat about that, of course. Wilson got upset at O'Neill earlier in this game. Now the puck is into the bench. It was shot by Trepalov. There comes the puck onto the ice, and Dineen just rifles it back for no reason. He knew there was a whistle, and Wilson didn't like it one bit. Mike Wilson, I was talking to Doug McKinney before tonight's game, mentioned this last night during the Capitals game. Mr. McKinney is going to have Mike Wilson to work with over the summer, and they're going to try to put on some weight. Doug was saying is some players he wants to put on, or wants them to put on weight. Other players he just wants them to get stronger and not necessarily put on any extra pounds. But Wilson is a guy that they want to get bigger and heavier.
I'll bet you the rest of the league doesn't.
No, sir. Keep him the way he is.
Well, the Sabres are going to end up with a power play here, and the Whalers are going to have to put somebody in the penalty box because Dineen, I believe, ended up with a misconduct penalty as well. And it's going to be Steve Rice who goes over to serve the minor. Puck comes to center ice. Diddick picks it off. Just drills it off the boards, taken away by Plant. Plant looking for LaFontaine. He has one behind him, however, and it's cranked back down the ice by Malik. Plant swings it around behind the net. Galley starts out. Finding LaFontaine on the wing. He dangles in over the line. LaFontaine to Daw in front of the net. And Burridge got knocked down. And the Whalers chip it right back down the ice.
That's a play, though, that Jason Daw has to shoot the puck. He's in a position to shoot it. He's got people going to the net. Get it on the goaltender.
Daw finding Galley at center. Galley will rip one in. Way around to Plant. Tried to kick it back in the corner, but it's banked out to center ice again and taken away by Galley. Galley halts to shake Shanahan. Plant is there. Shanahan loses his lumber. Here's Plant swinging in over the line. Plant now giving it to LaFontaine. To set up the man advantage. Plant, good one right on. Muzzatti kicked that away. Stuffed back into the corner again. Comes to Daw to Plant. Swings it over to Galley. Galley flips it around behind the net. All the way into the corner, and Brown got it to the blue line, but Plant keeps it in. Plant trying to shovel it on again. Goes to LaFontaine. In front. Oh, and Burridge fanned on it. And it's finally collected by Emerson, and he whistles it to center ice. Galley loses control. Trepelov comes out and plays it away to Daw. Center up to LaFontaine, a little too far. LaFontaine couldn't catch up with it in the corner. Mellon got in front of him. Daw picks it off. Daw swinging it around now to Zhitnik. Back to Jason Daw. Daw, top of the circle. 20 seconds left in the penalty. To May in the corner. May deals it over to Galley. Galley clears it right in front of the net. It comes May. A shot right on. And he hit Muzzatti with that one. Now May's got it again. May keeping it in. Turns with a shot. Muzzatti kicked it away. And Castles brings it down the ice wide of the Buffalo net. And the Whalers' minor penalty expires. Zhitnik rolling back again. Zhitnik feeds it in over the line to May. He took a shot. Muzzatti the save. Tracked down in the corner by Pekka. Pekka ducks away from a check. Swings it around to May again. In front! And Hughes couldn't connect. Hughes jams it off the back of the net. Pekka's got it again. Pekka sliding around, leaving it to Astley. He stuffs it into May. May trying to get away from Glenn. May and Glenn into the boards together. It squirts around now to Pekka. Pekka holds it in again to Hughes. In front to May. Couldn't come up with it. And taken away by Rice, who guides it out to center ice. Janssens has to curl back after it. Janssens will tap a backhand in and head off for a rest. Left back there for Buffalo. Zhitnik got it up to Hughes. Hughes with a pass at center to Pekka. And McCrimmon got that one back, and it squirts up into the crowd. 10.5 to go here in the first period. Still looking for the first goal on the final night.
It's their turf. It's their world. It's their game. And when we don't play by their rules, the results can be deadly. From the creator of the award-winning television series Wild America comes a home video unlike anything you've ever seen. These are nature's dangerous encounters, captured in one of the most astonishing wildlife films ever made, and available now for the first time as a special 1-hour home video. Call this toll-free number now to get Dangerous Encounters for just $19.95. It is not available in stores. Order now, and you'll also receive Watching Wildlife absolutely free. That's right. Both of these extraordinary programs are yours for just $19.95. Call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-859-2299. That's 1-800-859-2299, or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call now.
Starts the play. Look at this passing, but it doesn't fool the goaltender. On the right of the screen is Brad May. Muzzatti waiting for him. A terrific save. And the score remains 0-0.
Verana has got it in his skates, cannot come up with it. Bugner trying to help him out. Bugner and O'Neill with an extra bump at each other. Verana tangling again. Moore takes out his man, and Bugner feeds it right back in. And now Moore is still mixing it up with Jensen. They're separated by the linesman. Having away McCrimmon. McCrimmon got it in over the line. McCrimmon left it there. Bugner took it away. In front of Sanderson. Now it goes around behind the net. Sanderson comes up with it. Sanderson swings it back in the other direction. Rolled around on the boards again. Trying to get away is O'Neill. Tip to the blue line. Not out. Knocked down at the line. Finally, Moore jammed it out to Verada. Verada starting away. Gets in over the blue line. Verada into Pearson. Cutting in. He's checked at the last second. Now Verada trying to pick it up again. Can't do it. McBain tipped it on the boards. Didn't get it out. Moore keeping it in there. Taking a rough ride from O'Neill. Pearson's got it. Oh, and he loses control. Swept away Kapanen to center ice. Kapanen's all by himself. His teammates making a change. Dead ahead, but not out. Kept in there now. A chance for the Whalers. The shot, they score! Gunning it high is Shanahan, taking advantage of a Sabre miscue. And Hartford, halfway through the first period, gets on the board first.
And a rocket by Brendan Shanahan after Buffalo miscued after the puck bounced off the corner to the right of Andrei Trepalov. Here's the play developing. And the Sabres just cannot get the puck out of the zone. And watch Brendan Shanahan look at this shot that flies over the shoulder of the goaltender. Perfectly placed. Shanahan, one of the great snipers in the game.
Now Glynn turning at his own line, sends it over to Brown. Back to Brian Glynn again. He whips it up the middle. Nicolishin starts away. Nicolishin to the Buffalo line, scooping one in. Trepalov around to Ray. Ray missed it in the corner. Kicked around behind the net. Emerson got it out in front. And it's chopped away. Came in front of the net again, but is recovered by Astley. Astley clears it around on the boards, and this one will go to Glynn at center ice. Glynn giving it to Brown. Ray took a run at him and didn't connect. Back after it, Glynn picking it off. Leading it up on the wing. May tried to break it up, but Shanahan gets rid of it through center. Wilson lets it slide back to Astley. Astley starts away again. Hits the Hartford line. Astley ducks to the corner. Flipped it around behind the net. Gets taken out. It's sent around on the boards. Cleared to the blue line. Knocked down right there. And that is an offside. The Whaler captain has his team in the lead here in the first.
Announcing the $2.99 Jimmy lease. Break away from the ordinary with GMC Jimmy.
Break away on wheels.
This loaded GMC Jimmy is beautiful and comfortable, complete with a sensational SLE package. 30 months, $18.99 down. Break away for just $2.99 a month.
Break away.
See your Empire State GMC dealer today.
Break away on wheels.
Brendan Shanahan makes it 1-0, his 44th goal of the season. With 8 minutes, 24 seconds to go here in the opening period. And that was only Hartford's second shot on goal.
Shipnick now to Galley. Galley trying to squeeze his way to center, finds Hughes. He jams it ahead, took a shot that goes wide. Mazzatti cranks it off the glass. But the Whalers will get it back, almost stolen away by Hughes in the corner. Now kept in by Pekka. Pekka winds up, took his shot, gets another try, reloads, shovels it back in front, and didn't get as far as Jackson. Taken away to center ice. Sabres recover again to Galley. Galley working it ahead to Hughes, chopped away from him. Kessel's got it in over the line, taken back by Buffalo. Worked to the blue line, but not out. Whalers keeping it in. And it slides back down to Dudek. The shot gets knocked down. Hughes slaps it out to center ice. Mallet getting it back. Mallet turning, feeds it up ahead. Brought in by Castles. Castles took a shot. Trepalov the same, came in front of the net again. Whale keeping it in there. That's knocked down. Buffalo starting to come back. Long pass at center, missed everybody. And Hartford recovers with right to Castles. He gives it away promptly to Hughes. Gunning it up to center ice. Whipped right back in again by the Hartford Whalers. Jason McCann on the boards as far as center, but Burridge is tied up. Cleared back in by McCain. Just missed the referee touch check. Zhitnik with 7 minutes to go here in the opening period. Rice steals it back. Rice gets in over the line, gets flattened, and a shot right on. The Trepalov takes away. Ends up back at center ice. McCrimmon flipping it ahead. Janssens knocks it down, and that one is called on the offside. Our trivia quiz brought to you by Bagel Brothers Bakery and Deli. Breakfast, lunch, or any time. Bagel Brothers is the place. You were around then, partner. You must remember that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now there was a mix-up down at the Hartford end as Brent Hughes went to the front of the net and is actually knocked into his goaltender by defenseman Gerald Diddick. And watch what Mazzatti does. Now, he grabs anything in sight, happens to be the stick of Hughes, and holds on.
The Whalers with Glynn hammering one in. Right in there by Captain. He gets squeezed out in the corner. Shannon jams it around for Dahl. To Shannon, to Wilson. Intercepted, kept in with a shot that just goes wide, and Wilson now tips it ahead to Burridge, starting back. Burridge gliding in over the line. Here's Burridge leaving it to Shannon. The shot right on rebound. And it's chopped away. And the Whalers get an opportunity to bring it out. Hamilton getting it through center ice. That's knocked down. Stolen by Burridge. Burridge rolls right back again to LaFontaine. In for Burridge, but taken away from him. Hamilton got it to center. Well, flipped ahead to Sanderson. Broken up right at the blue line. Burridge coming away with LaFontaine. Burridge in over the line, trying to leave it to Verada. And it deflects and ends up popping over the glass and into the crowd with less than 6 to go here in this opening period.
Now, the book on Verada is he likes to go to the net. He's good in traffic, and he's tough. 6 foot, 200-pounder, just 20 years old, with an opportunity to play. Of course, he finished his year in junior and then was sent down to, or joined the Rochester Americans on April the 1st and scored 3 goals in 4 games. And that's what he does. He scores. And that's what the Sabres need.
So Nicolishin out on the draw, kept in by Bugner to Astley, the long shot, and Mazzotti saw that one coming all the way and handles it rather easily.
I was talking to some of the people from Hartford. I said, well, how would you describe Jason Mazzotti? And I talked to Mark Howe about it. He sort of chuckled. He says, how about an out-of-control Dominik Hasek? He just never know what he's going to do. He said when he's hot, he's just brilliant. And when he's not, he just looks very bad on a lot of shots. So far, he's looked pretty good tonight.
Now Nickel on the face-off for Buffalo, trying to get it free to Pearson. They'll kick at it there. Nicolishin. Nickel. Verada's got it on the wall. Verada trying to fight off a check. And he loses control. Nicolishin slipped it to the blue line. Not out. Taken back by Malik. Malik guides it around on the other side. Shanahan got it to center ice, and Nickel came sailing through the middle to cut Nicolishin off at the pass. Nickel after it again, bumping with his check. Verada got all tied up. Nicolishin drops it back to Malik. He sends it up through center ice and gets rolled over by Pearson. And jam it on the boards again. Nickel took a run at Diddick. It is recovered with Bugner running it all the way around to Pearson. That ends up going back through center ice. McBain comes up with it for McCrimmon. McCrimmon will tap one in. May picks it up on the wall. May flipping it high in the air, missed everybody. No icing, no. And McBain tracks it down with less than 5 to go in the period. Off the boards. Ray keeping it in there. McCrimmon hustling back after it now for Hartford. Brad McCrimmon, the long pass through center, missed everybody, and Zhiknik is back there. Zhiknik swinging around behind the net. Ray gets tied up along the wall with Kessels. The long shot is kicked away. Kessels has got it again. Galley steals it. Galley flipping it ahead to May. May starts to center. Fanned on it as he tried to clear it in, but he was bothered by Dineen from behind. And it ends up back in the Buffalo end as the Whalers make changes. In the wing, it comes to Ray at center. He'll flip one in. Zaddy playing it behind the goal. Gives it away to Platt. Tried to clear it back into the corner again. Jammed off the boards. Platt keeping it in as May goes for a tumble. Ends up back at center ice to Royce. He gets knocked down by Ray. Now it's cleared free. Ray after it again. Ray jams it in over the line. Sabres are overdue for a change, but are in deep. And Ray goes in there and smokes Brian Gwynn behind the net. Now Wilson whipping it out to center ice. Ray knocking it away, but it's called on the offside, and now the stick's coming up between Daniels and Ray. They are separated with the Whalers in the lead 1-0 here in the first.
New triple-decker pizza from Pizza Hut. 6 cheeses, 2 crusts, and 1 hellacious taste.
Make the right decision. Insist on Karuba. Collision. Almost lost his hat, did Brian Glenn.
He went down like a big oak tree, didn't he?
He was a big one, too.
Rob Ray delivered a great hit behind the net.
Daniels trying to knock it free. Can't get away. Oh, he dumped it in over the line. Taken back by Shannon to Wilson. Wilson steers it, but knocked it off Rice. Ends up on Shannon, stick in the corner. To Hughes. Hughes, in his own end, has some difficulty. Goes after it again. Got it as far as center. Pekka will slap one in. Mazzatti playing it around on the boards. Jackson held it in. It's whipped off the referee. Not out. Pekka hit the referee again. Trutch's having a tough night. Here come the Whalers back in over the line, though, and it's knocked down in front of the net. Sabres starting back. Wilson up to Hughes. Cross it goes to Pekka. Pekka slips in over the line, and Jackson couldn't connect. Got right back again by the Whalers to center ice. Malik feeds it in over the blue line. Trying to go to the net now. We saw Wilson coming and let the puck go. Shannon got it up on the wing. Jackson steered it out to center ice. Picked up by Pekka, coming with Burridge. Pekka works it in over the line. Going wide into the corner. Pekka after it again. Being chased by Kapanen. Goes in behind the goal. Leaving it there to Burridge. Pekka picking at the puck along with Kapanen. They jam on the boards. It comes free and is recovered by Sanderson. Sanderson whipping it ahead to O'Neill. O'Neill to the Buffalo line and over. O'Neill goes to his backhand with a shot. Buffalo knocked that away. Held in by the Whalers again. Kapanen tried to flip it in front. Ashley broke it up. Guides it around on the glass. LaFontaine sliding it to Daw. To Burridge on the wing. Burridge looking for Daw. He got spun around. Comes back to the point. Hit in by Buffalo's Bugner. Worked into LaFontaine. Spinning away from O'Neill. LaFontaine put it right on. And Mazzatti, with not much steam on the shot, flops on it.
Well, tonight is a night to be nostalgic and remember. Let's go back in time and watch Danny Gare score his first goal. I beg your pardon, that was not his first goal. That was an overtime goal that Danny scored against the Montreal Canadiens.
One of many. He scored while wearing a Buffalo uniform.
And just around the corner from us here at the Odd.
Working the radio side. Plant getting knocked down in the faceoff. Mazzatti scoots it away, and Emerson gets rid of it through center. Galley recovering with less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Flipping it to Ray. Too high for him. And as McKibben touches it, this will be an icing call.
Well, the Sabres got up to an excellent start in this hockey game, controlling play early, but Brendan Shanahan sort of took the wind out of the sails as he rifled a shot over the left shoulder of Trefilov to score his 44th of the year. And look at those stats. Talk about a power forward. He's in the penalty box a lot, averaging just a little under a point a game, but plenty of penalty minutes. One of the great treats tonight, the Phantom sign makers are back too here at the Odd. We'll get to them a little later. The originals.
Yes, sir. There's Galley now to get it out of there. Ray Galley through center and flipped one into the corner. Ray hustles in after it. Ray swinging behind the net. Ray sending it to Shipnick. Good score! Derek Platt guides that one behind Mazzatti on the pass in from Shipnick, and it's tied at 1.
Perfectly executed shot from Alex Zhitnik. Watch at the top of the screen. Plant just redirects it. The goaltender has no chance. Very poor coverage by Hartford. They were chasing the puck all over the zone. And Derek Plant tips it in to tie the score with 1:21 to go here in the opening period. His 22nd of the year.
Brown to Glenn. Glenn gets as far as center, tapping it ahead. Zhitnik knocking it down. Approaching the 1 minute mark remaining in this period for Galley. Galley tried to squeeze a pass ahead, and said he hit Randy Burridge right in the rear end. Shanahan starts back. Shanahan getting in over the line. Flipping to the ice, trying to go after it again, but Shipnick takes it away. Throws it around for Daw. Daw slipping it across now to Shipnick. Long pass to Burridge and over the line, and it's going to be an offside.
Alex Zhitnik makes the perfect shot, and Derek Platt tips it by the goaltender. And Derek, of course, wants to get some momentum going as he will join Team USA at the World Championships in Vienna, Austria. Rob Ray also draws the assist. It was Razor who got the puck back to Zitnik at the point. So a big goal. You always like to score late in the period, particularly when you're down one.
41.5 seconds remaining in the period now. Whalers maintaining possession as it's dropped. And it's slipped up ahead, and Wilson has to go back after it. He's in no particular hurry as he camps back behind the net to Shannon. Shannon whipping it to the blue line and out. Thanks to Jackson. Hartford recovering. 20 seconds to go off the glass. Not out, though. Kept in by Jackson. Jams it around behind the goal. Malik feeding it ahead. That's banked out to center ice. Shannon knocks it down. Hit the linesman. And it's brought back in over the line. And then Shannon steps into Ranheim. Around behind the goal. Jammed on the boards and taken away by Hughes as the horn signals the end of the first period in the final game at the Arc.
Well, two of our keys tonight. Buffalo get off to a good start and forecheck aggressively. They did start well, although they didn't score, and they forechecked fairly aggressively. So all in all, a pretty good period for the Sabres.
Whalers get on the board first. Sabres tie it up. That's where we stand as we go to Barry Butel.
Thank you, Rick. Coming up during the first period intermission, I'll talk to Sabres captain Pat LaFontaine. Brian Blessing will have a Sabres NHL update from our Empire studios. Then Rick and Jim will be back with their first period analysis. After 20 minutes of hockey at the On. Shanahan for Hartford, Plant for Buffalo. We're tied at 1 on Empire.
Tim Conway's back, and he's hauling in a whopper. It's Dorf Goes Fishing, this year's funniest comedy home video. Let Tim Conway, as that master sportsman Dorf, show you everything you've always wanted to know about fishing. Go back in time to man's first fishing method. Let Dorf show you what to wear, how to clean your day's catch, how to get in shape, the joys of fishing with your spouse. What are you waiting for? Call and order Dorf Goes Fishing today.
At center ice between LaFontaine and Nicolishin. All even at 1. Galley hustling back after it now. We'll tip it to the corner. Dead ahead, but Astley doesn't get it out. Galley has to go back along with Nicolishin. Galley swings it off the boards. Kept in there by the Whalers' Emerson. That came in front. LaFontaine gets it away. Taken back now. Courage can't get anywhere. And it's fed up the middle to Nicolishin. Emerson jamming it in over the line. Poked around to the boards. Daw catching up with it. Whalers are changing. Daw got it to the blue line. Glenn knocked it down with that big paw. Galley takes it back and squeezes it to Astley. Flinging it up on the wing. Pass through center. Daw waiting for it. Astley got it to LaFontaine. Hit over the line to Burries. A shot, and he fired that one wide. Buffalo changing now. Glenn catches up with it. Ray trying to catch up with Glenn. He did in the first period. Now sent off the boards out to center ice. Shannon cut off his check. Go back in the other direction. Plant kicked at it, taken away at center ice, and worked up ahead to O'Neill. He gets nailed by May. Buffalo got it around behind the net. Picked up by Ray. Ray's pass hit O'Neill. He has to track it down in the corner. Squeezing it now to Plant. Plant rolls behind the net for protection. Tried to clear it out. Can't do it. Goes after it again. Shovels it over to Ray. Ray got it to the blue line and out. Covered by Ranheim. Ranheim being chased around by Plant. McCrimmon feeds it. Brown's pass goes to center to Castles. That's deflected in over the blue line, but taken away by Shannon. Shannon getting tangled up. Sabres jamming it ahead to Plant, and Plant just scooped it to center ice. It'll be ripped right back in again by McMahon. Dineen going after it again, leaving it to Castles. Sheared off in the corner. Held in there, however, by the Hartford Whalers, putting some early pressure on in the period. Platt kicks it away. Platt coming to center ice, fighting off a check of Ranheim, and he scoops it in. McCrimmon got it off the boards. Galley moves up and keeps it in there. Galley getting away from Castles. Galley swings behind the net, chasing after it again. McCrimmon tried to pick him up. Here's Galley. And he tried to flip it to May. May trying to jam it in the short side. Goes after it again, but play has been called. And McCrimmon and Jackson are separated by the linesman Nowak.
Now Richard Trottier making signals. I believe both teams are going to be penalized on this play.
Might get a few more before this one's over.
Now you have the feeling it's like a tinderbox ready to explode. And Dane Jackson, I believe, is one of the players. Well, McCrimmon is first in the box. And here goes, I beg your pardon, it's Brad May who is being escorted by the linesman. This began in the corner as May's fighting it out with McCrimmon. And McCrimmon pulls Ray down to the ice. Or Brad May, I beg your pardon. So we'll play four-side in the early minutes of play here in the second. Brad May will be joining Team Canada at the World Championships immediately following tonight's game. And the veteran McCrimmon in the box. Statistics from the opening period. Buffalo at the edge in shots on goal and scoring chances. And power plays, that's just 2 in the opening period.
Country and LaFontaine are having a little chat here, trying to figure something out.
Trying to remember, partner, over the years. I wonder if there's ever been a game played here at the Odd at 6 o'clock. Remember 1 o'clock games, 2 o'clock games, but don't remember a 6 o'clock game.
Not that I can recall.
So this is a first on the last night here at the Odd.
And of course, it doesn't end when the game is over, folks. Stick around. We've got lots more to come. Ceremony that will probably run about 20 minutes after the game tonight. LaFontaine trying to catch up with his man. Did it behind the net, but it's sent away to center ice. Now flipping it into the corner. Shipnick catching up with the fan. He dropped it off. It's kept in there. Shot behind the net. Working around now. The Whalers keeping it in. Castles the shot right on, and Trepaloff makes the save as Sanderson let go. Coming back is Daw. Daw swings through center. Hits the Whale line and gets over. Jason Daw flipped it. And this from the short side. Galley moves up, trying to tip it back to the point. Castles starts away. Castles with the one-man back. In over the line. Leaves it to Sanderson, but it's stolen back again by Galley. Up to Zhitnik at center. Zhitnik getting in over the line. He got checked at the last second. It's rolled out to center ice. Kicked up ahead by Castles, who bumps into the linesman Brossiker. Shannon takes it back. Shannon, difficulty with the rolling puck, finally gives it to Platt. He's by himself as he comes in over the Whaler line. There's Platt in the corner, looking for the trailer. Here's Platt, sending it across ice. Shannon's shot deflects around behind the net. It's chipped on the board by McBain. Platt keeping it in. LaFontaine trying to catch up with it. LaFontaine in the corner. Shoving in there along with McBain. Platt tries it free, knocked off the puck. LaFontaine fighting for it again. Leaving it to Platt. Platt getting away from Brown. Here's Platt behind the net. Brown hacking away at him. LaFontaine cycles back to pick it up. And he gets knocked down. Held in by Wilson. Tapping it back in behind the goal. Brown swings it all the way around to Shanahan. He just got rid of it through the middle. Held it in the corner was Wilson as he got hit by Emerson. Now it's taken away by Shannon. Shannon to center ice. Hold it in over the blue line. And that ends up popping up in the air and souvenir of a final night in the auditorium.
Paul, there's no spare. I don't believe it.
What? Great.
Yeah, I had to make room for my guitar.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna go find a phone.
Well, I'll go with you.
What? How are we gonna pay for this?
Hey, I've got money. I've got $4. Look, guys, maybe this will help.
Oh,
yes! Oh, I can't believe it. You had it the whole time, and you made me suffer like that.
Oh, man, you deserve it, though.
Pretty good play by Nelson Emerson as he tracked down Mike Wilson in the corner, took him off the puck, and moved it to the front of the net.
Wasn't it Wilson who franked Emerson in Hartford 2 games back?
I believe it was.
I don't think so.
Got him coming in across the blue line, if I remember. Some called it elbowing, but it was not. It was just a solid body check.
Nickel out with Barada and Pearson again for Buffalo. Set up on the wing to center ice to Jensen. Will tap one in. Buffalo had him jump away from him. Daniels cleared it in front. Went behind the net. Came out in front again. And Nickel pries it free. Nickel starting back for Buffalo. Jensen's watching him. Got it in over the line. But Barada couldn't get his shot away. Moving up is Butner. He lets it go. Ryan Masani makes the save. They jam away on it there. And play is called. And a wrestling match now with Pearson and Jensen's who go to the ice.
That play began with a nice pass by Scott Nickel back inside the Buffalo zone and ended up with a scoring chance at the other end of the rink. And Jason Mazzotti is unorthodox. Every shot is an adventure. And I got a kick out of the interview that Barry Butel did with Scott Nickel last night in Washington. He was so excited to be playing this first NHL game. And he didn't have any problems telling you about that. He was excited and nervous, and it's great to see that. And why not? His first NHL game against the Capitals, it's something a boy dreams about from the moment he puts a pair of skates on.
Well, he was so excited, he got me excited, and I called him Barry Moore at first 2 shifts on the ice tonight. Barada trying to kick it free. He rolled around to the boards. Daniels ties up his man, came to the blue line, and just slithers along the line. And coming back again. Ice trying to get away from the shot that goes wide of the net. Came in front. Barada lost it. David Cook race to save the rebound. They hack away at it. And back to the point to McQuillan. Screen shot, and that one goes off Ashley, and it hurts. Goes back through center ice as Ashley took that blast point blank from Brad McQuillan.
And they certainly did, but he was in perfect position to block the shot, and that's something to remember when you're going to the point and you rush, or anybody who's going to shoot the puck, you go to where his stick is, where the puck is, where the projectile is going to go. You don't go from the side, you have to get the angle on him, and Ashley got the angle perfectly and paid for it. It was a direct block on a shot coming in from the point. But it was a key play because the Sabres were in trouble. And there's Ashley, number 21. See how he goes right where the shot is coming. And a lot of guys would bail out on that sometimes, maybe go off on the side and let the shot go through. But that was perfectly played by Mark Ashley. And a key play because his team was out of position. That's normally a forward's job up in that area, but the forwards were caught in deep.
Let's go again to Barry Butel.
Thank you, guys. I am with Donald Audette. This season has been somewhat disappointing for you, but promising for a great return next year.
Yeah, it is real promising. I mean, I skate today. Felt pretty good first time, and just waiting. It's going to be a long summer. It's good rehab, and so far it does go very well.
What about memories here at the Aud? Here's a packed house tonight.
Well, it is good memories. The Aud was always the smallest building in the league, and that was special to come here and play. And that's where I started my career, and I hope you know, it's too bad to see it leave that way, but I'm looking forward to going in the new rink.
Looking forward to your return. Donald Audette now up to Rick.
And from the face-off, the puck near center ice, chipped high in the air. Hughes waits for it to come down, can't get anywhere. Now he ends up with it again. Cleared it in over the blue line. Diddick leaves it lying right there, taken away by Sanderson. Banks it off the boards and recovered by Buffalo. Shipnick hitting the linesman Brossiker. They're going to call this a delayed offside. Yep, they do, as Jeff Sanderson picks it up.
Now, Jeff Sanderson, one of the great skaters in the NHL. Not only does he skate well, he shoots the puck at full speed. Into his 6th season in the NHL from Hay River, Saskatchewan. His first game, scored his first goal against Buffalo on March 30th in 1991.
Draw, but can't control it, and it ends up bouncing off Galley. He'll slide it for Shipnick. Shipnick's pass caroms through center ice. Recovered by Malik. Feeds it in the other direction. That's a two-liner. That's an offside. NOCO presents a night to remember. They are the proud sponsor of the Buffalo Sabres last game. This game at the Odd. Wish to thank the fans of Buffalo and to remember the great memories in the Memorial Auditorium. They gave away a very neat memento with the ticket encased in it.
Well, I'm sure that many of the capacity crowd here tonight have their own special memories of this place.
Adios.
Not that guy, maybe.
Adios.
Yeah,
That's pretty clever.
Says it all, doesn't it?
Didn't I think of that? Here's Lynn for the Whalers. Headed for the blue one. Jackson holding it in. Swings it in, but Mazzani plays it away up on the wing. Comes up back at center ice. Kelly flings it up on the wing. That's too far. It's going down the ice. Coming back icing. This is slowed to a crawl at the moment.
It has, and one of the questions next year, will Hartford Whalers exist? There's a lot of talk about them moving out of town. There's a drive on to sell season tickets. They've set the mark at 11,000 season tickets. If they don't get it, they're moving. And I understand that some of the big companies, some of the big insurance companies are getting involved in Hartford and offering fans, saying, if you buy a season's ticket, we'll buy another one for you. So trying to keep Hartford in Hartford, but no one knows what's going to happen.
Shot from the point, gets knocked down by Burridge, and away goes Daw. 3-on-1. Daw in over the line. Here's Daw. Leveled in front. It's deflected away, and the Whalers come back 3-on-2. Brown whipping it through center. Tipped down at the line, offside.
Well, that's the second time tonight, though, Jason Daw was in a position to shoot and passed it up and tried to set up LaFontaine in front.
He's trying to set up LaFontaine, who's got 39 goals.
Well, that's true, but that was the wrong play. But it was a great play by Burridge at the blue line that created this 3-on-1, and this is the result. And Daw's looking all the way, isn't he? I mean, he doesn't even consider shooting the puck, as they're looking to get LaFontaine number 40 and give Rick Jeanneret another la-la chance.
I don't think that was
upper for the Odd.
I don't think it was uppermost in his mind, in Jason's mind. It might have been in Patty's.
Well, you might have to give an extra long one tonight if he gets it. Maybe the last one.
Simpson got it to Daw now. Daw starts away with a pass to Burridge. He flips it in over the line. Lynn gets it back, and the Whalers are screaming that was offside against Buffalo, and they might have been right. Moving around on the board. Burridge can't come up with it. Sent across ice. Reinhardt flips it ahead. Get in over the line, and the shot right on. Deneen kicked it away. Came in front, and Justy sent wide of the goal. Sabres will come back with a pass, but a nifty play by Castles to lunge at the puck. Castles brings it back in and takes a shot that goes wide of the net. Castles flings it around on the other side. Hartford's turn to get some pressure on. One long shot is knocked away by Zipnik as McBain let it go. Shanahan got it out in front, taken away by Kelly, but he can't get it out. There's Shanahan again. Shanahan took a shot on the short side. Deneen picks it off, and Trepilov is going to say, that's enough of this. We need a face-off and a line change. And that's what it'll get.
One of the great classics of the Odd.
If you're having debt problems, we can help. We're Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Buffalo.
Your credit counseling program's the best thing that ever happened to us. You taught us how to budget. And next month, we're buying our first home.
Our counseling is free and confidential. We're here to help. Call 854-1710.
Well, is there a person who doesn't know who that is who has been to a hockey game in this auditorium? The Earl of Bud, and what an ovation he got. One last little Mexican hat dance in the arm.
Well, you can still go down back and forth across that railing, can he?
Yeah, but he's been doing it for 26 years, I think.
He's gotten a few gray hairs over the years.
Yes, sir. Oh, look at this now.
Oh, there you go.
He's got the Michael Jackson move. All right. Ray will chip it through center ice. Hey, the Earl's whipped. He should be. Pass up on the wing, kept in there by Ray. He and McCrimmon wrestle in the corner. Flint squeezes it free. Flat behind the net. try to drop it off. Gets knocked out. Hit the referee again. Chip back in the corner. May picks it off. May fighting for the puck. Still got it. And he loses control. It ends up at center on Shannon's stick. Shanahan launches it, or Shannon launches it right back in. Black knocks it down. Brooks' shot was out of the save. And play is called. And now here's Ray going after McCrimmon. And everybody gets into it now. The lumber up at Brad May throws a punch. And everybody getting in there again. It's Nick Alishin who doesn't want any part of May, and I don't really blame him. But this started between Ray and McCrimmon, and Ray is furious. He's trying to get after McCrimmon, who's down on the ice. This all started as they clashed in the corner. May and Shanahan are now all tangled up. As Shanahan came over to help out Nick Alishin, who was clearly overmatched.
Brad McCrimmon still has his gloves and stick and helmet, and Ray has none of those three items.
But he's getting the tongue lashing.
Yeah. I believe that the initial penalty was coming on McCrimmon, and Brad May, or Rob Ray, beg your pardon, went back at him, and there they go.
Boy, Ray is really angry. I've seen him in some wild fights when he doesn't show any anger. When he seems very calculated about it, but he is furious this time. Quite frankly, I did not see what precipitated it. So we'll look.
Let's see if the replay has it. Now, there's McCrimmon, number 10. Watch the skate of McCrimmon. Oh, that's... Now, that belongs in another league in some other country somewhere. That doesn't belong in this league.
Oh, man, I don't blame him for being upset. No. And I am very, very disappointed to see that move or that maneuver by really a classy guy, I thought, Brad McCrimmon.
Well, 17th season in the NHL, McCrimmon. And that's why the Razor is upset, and you can understand why after watching that replay.
Well, when you speak
unnecessary.
When you speak of razors, of course, those blades are just that sharp.
You know, the one thing, too, about Rob Ray, you've got to say, when he hits somebody, he doesn't get his elbows up, or not very often, or high stick. I mean, he's going to go after you and try to hit you with a good, clean hit most of the time.
2 minutes for rubbing. Buffalo penalty to number 32, Rob Ray. 2 minutes for roughing, and a second 2 minutes for rubbing.
Oh, boy. That leads me to believe that the officials did not see what precipitated it.
Now, I'd have to agree with that. I thought initially McCrimmon was getting the call, but apparently not.
I don't deny that Ray deserves a double minor for roughing, but I think that Mr. McCrimmon deserves more than a minor.
So the Sabres will have to kill the penalty. And Razor's, Rob Ray's telling him what happened. Trottier is probably saying, hey, look, I didn't see it, I'm sorry. And
Trottier is also saying, just cool it, because I don't want to give you any more than what you've already got. Oh, if you've missed it, the hot new Sabres look is here. Call for a free merchandise brochure or stop by the Odd Monday through Friday from 10 until 5. You can call 1-800-33-PUCK or 856-7300, extension 650.
You know, I just love the new uniform of the Buffalo Sabres. Rob Ray will be wearing it next year in the new Marine Midland Arena. And I know there were some maybe concerned about that original crest that he wears. But when you look at that jersey, the components are there. They're just in different places. The white buffalo, the red eye, the Sabres.
Ray is still up screaming at McCrimmon. The pass coming up on the wing now for the Whalers, trying to take advantage of the man advantage to regain the lead. And over the line, Emerson drops it off. It's dead in front, but Shannon is there to coolly send it down the ice. 11 minutes remaining in the second, even at 1. Brown tipping it to Castles. Castles gets as far as center. Cross ice pass ends up on Sanderson's stick. Back it goes to Castles to Brown. 1:20 left in the penalty. Brown deals it through the middle. Andy Castle steps in over the line to Shanahan. Shanahan shovels it back to the point. Emerson couldn't catch up with it. Emerson being chased by Blank. Looked ahead, taken by Castles. He swings around with a minute left in the penalty now to Sanderson. Sanderson tipping it in over the line, and here's Wilson. Oh, and he didn't see Pekka, who was behind the defense and would have had a clean cut breakaway. Now the Whalers coming up with it. Halfway through the second period to Nicolishin. Nicolishin into Buffalo territory. He spins it in front. Wilson takes it away and rattles it off. Nelson Emerson sticking down the ice. LaFontaine, the first one back there. Muzzatti clearing it to Malik. LaFontaine catches up with it, flipped it back in. Half minute left in the penalty. Whalers still doing some more changing. Shanahan replaced by Ranheim. Picked up on the wing for Dineen. Dineen slips in over the line. He gets checked, but Nicolishin carries on for him. Tied up by Zhitnik. Zhitnik chops it free. Ranheim feeds it back to the point. Whalers, Nicolishin keeping it in. Did it! Shot caroms wide of the net. Butner took a hit, trying to jam it out. Can't do it. Beckford keeping it in. Here's Dineen with a shot. Rebound, tipped in front. And Tripolov's got that and hangs on as the Sabres are back at full strength.
Well, tonight, the last night at Memorial Auditorium, a night to remember. Let's go back to 1988. John Tucker scores 4 goals against the Bruins. Here's one of them. I believe that goal that we saw Tucker score was on a penalty shot, and he scored. That was his 3rd one, and he scored his 4th one in that playoff game in overtime.
And John Tucker is a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning now, which will be making their first appearance in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year.
He will have an opportunity to repeat history.
But not in the odd.
Not here.
Keeping it in, tied up by Butner, taken away. Zippo tapped it around on the boards, and it goes out to center ice. 9 minutes to go here in this opening period. Red right back in again. Around on the boards. Rice couldn't catch it. That ends up going back into the Whaler end. Nickel goes firing in there. Muzzatti kicked in by Verano. Took it in front. And Muzzatti got a leg on it as Pearson tumbled into him. Run back to center. Daniels jams one in. Trepelov got it on the boards. Didn't get it out though. Butner runs into his man Jansen's. Whalers kicking it in. Cleared in front. That ends up at center ice. Malik back there after it. Malik steering it to Daniels. He flipped it in over the line to Rice. Rice cleared it back to Daniels. Shot went wide of the net. Butner takes it away. Butner works it up on the wing. Pearson's got it at center. Pearson gaining center. Flipping one in and heading into the corner after it. Verada got knocked down. Sent around on the boards. Whalers coming back again. Ducking away his captain. He got checked. And right back in again. Rubber recovered by McCrimmon. Just dealt it through center. Cowling broke it up there. Can't get anywhere, however. It comes as far as the Buffalo line. Is stuffed into the corner. Wilson recovery by Sanderson. Sanderson took it away. Got it in front. The shot went just wide. Got it off the boards. McCrimmon kept it in the game. Left in behind the net. Whalers, Sanderson holding it in there. Sanderson still spinning with the puck. Gets checked. Gets it back again. Knocked down by Galley. They charge after it along the boards, and Pekka tapped it out to center ice. Tipped in the other direction. Jackson took a run at Kapanen and didn't connect. Wilson tips it around now for Galley. Pass at center to Pekka. Pekka jams it to the line. Difficulty with a bouncing puck. Feeds it in. It's zipped back in the other way, but Pekka holds it in. Now Flynn. Held in by Zhitnik. In front of Pekka. He deflected it wide. Here's Jackson with the puck. Put it right in front of the net. Pekka couldn't catch up with it. Oh, Pekka got taken down in front. No penalty call there. Whalers come back again. Brought to the Buffalo line. Left for Glenn. His shot. Trepelov knocks it away to Zhitnik in the corner. Zhitnik steering it ahead to Hughes on the wing. Hughes slides in over the blue line, looking for a trailer. His teammates changing. Headed in front of the net to Daw. Daw spinning around. Back for Shannon. Let his shot go. Here's Daw tucking in. Leaving it to Pekka. Jam back into the corner. Swung around on the boards again. Shannon can't keep it in. It ends up at center ice on Zhitnik's stick. Buffalo changing. Pass up the middle for Dahl once again. He loses control. And it's just whipped down the ice by the Whalers now wide of the net. And no icing. Zhitnik off the boards to center ice. Tap back in the other direction. Shannon runs into his man, but the Whalers keep it in there and taken away by Zhitnik to Burridge. And difficulty controlling the puck and taps it back to Shannon. Up at center ice, chip right back into the Buffalo end. Trefilov teeing it up for Shannon. To Jackson. Dealing it across now. Burridge swings it over the line, leaving it to LaFontaine. Mazzotti lost his stick and now reclaims same. Worked around on the boards. Bugner keeping it in. Here's Bugner picking it up again. Fires it to LaFontaine. Right beside the net. And Mazzotti flux on that one and hangs onto it for a face-off. Still tied at 1.
Dodge Ram is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower. #1 in torque. Even #1 in payload and overall power. In fact, Dodge Ram is #1 in more categories than any full-size pickup. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $570 in savings on the hottest truck on the road today, Dodge Ram.
Paul, there's no spare. I don't believe it.
What? Great.
Yeah, I had to make room for my guitar.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna go find a phone.
Well, I'll go with you.
What? How are we gonna pay for this?
Hey, I've got money. I've got $4. Look, guys, maybe this will help.
Oh,
yes! Oh, I can't believe it. You had it the whole time, and you made me suffer like that. Oh, man, you deserve it, though.
Now that's Brad May sitting on the bench, and Rob Ray just behind him recently vacated the penalty box and started to stare at McCrimmon from the moment he left the box until he got to the Buffalo bench. We'll see what happens.
I think he made a date.
Yeah, they're not going to the ice cream parlor.
I have a feeling. Nickel is out there now, along with Pearson and Verada. Jansen's on the draw for the Whalers. Nickel tipping it free into the blue line. It slides the line again as Galley got knocked down. The puck is underneath him, and do it again.
Gary Galley had an excellent game last night in Washington, making a big play on the winning goal to Pat LaFontaine. Spotting LaFontaine in front of the net. Patty Lala deflected it by the goaltender Carey. But Galley, along with a number of his other teammates, will be joining Team Canada in the World Championships. Trefilov and Zhitnik will play for Team Russia. Derek Plant for Team USA.
And all are looking forward to it very much, although all would rather be in the playoffs.
Yes. Well, that's right. That's what Brad May was saying. He said there's nothing that can equal playing in the playoffs, but playing in the World Championships is at least a bit of a consolation.
Jansen keeps it in. Here's Nickel picking it off and dealing it all the way around to Verada. He's challenged by Malik, trying to get it out, though. It's slammed back in by Daniels. Russ has got it behind the net. Bugner tying him up. Rice trying to kick it free, and does. Rice through to the goal crease. Jansen's hustling after it now. He keeps it in there. Galley recovering. Galley wheels it up on the wing to center ice to Verada. One man back. Verada in over the line. Here's Verada looking in front of the net. And it was Nickel who tried to guide it into the net. Play is called as the Hartford net goes awry.
The jobs of tomorrow are here. Thousands of them waiting to be filled. But you have to know the fields they're in, and you have to have what it takes to master those fields. Because you can't get the jobs of tomorrow until you get the skills of today.
Start by calling ITT Technical Institute for an informative brochure. Call 1-800-823-6315. 1-800-823-6315. Call now.
The Baltimore Bandits take on the Amherst of Rochester live Tuesday at 7:30.
This is Vaclav Varada with the puck, and going to the net is Scott Nickel, and he was bound and determined that he was getting to the front of the Hartford net, and he did, and just failed to put that puck in. And in the meantime, Nickel said something to the referee and pays for it with a 10-minute misconduct penalty.
He is in the dressing room.
And McCrimmon is on the ice, and here comes Rob Ray.
And I'll tell you what, over 16,000 in this building know it. Here's O'Neill turning. Dribbled it up ahead, chipped in over the line. Shannon gets it back to Ray. Ray coming to center ice. He'll tack one in. Mazzatti playing it around on the glass. Ray keeping it in there, though. Bangs it around on the other side. May goes sailing in there. Just missed the check throw on a Jason McMahon. And this is going back on the icing call with a little over 4 minutes remaining here in this second period.
Hey, Rob Ray, you know, he wants to settle the score, of course, for what McCrimmon did to him, but he also wants to win this game, and he doesn't want to take a dumb penalty and hurt his hockey club. So he'll wait for a chance at an opportune time and then perhaps attempt to settle the score. But not at this point, not with the score 1-1 and 4:16 to go here in the second period.
Ray remains out, and Brad goes to the bench. Janssens knocks it free. Ray backhand, that goes wide. Covered by Glenn. Glenn flipping it through center. Kicked in over the line by Janssens. Wilson trying to take it away. Janssens had to reach back for that one, though. That's an offside.
Mike Wilson has been struggling with the puck a little bit here tonight in this hockey game. Jason Doug returns from the dressing room. He went off with Rip Simonik, I'm sure, to have his skate sharpened. Of course, talking to Rip, you know, with all these aluminum sticks and everything, his job is, or sharpening skates is even more of a job, because when that skate perhaps glances off an aluminum stick, you lose the edge on it. Trottier is going back to the timekeeper bench and is signaling toward the Buffalo bench. And Rob Ray apparently has been assessed a misconduct penalty.
You're right. He's on his way to the dressing room. I'm not too sure what's going on here. He's out of the game.
Apparently.
I did not see what that was.
Buffalo penalty to number 32, Rob Ray. A 10-minute misconduct and a gross misconduct. Ray, 10-minute misconduct and a gross misconduct. The time 15:56.
So now, Wilson trying to get away at center. He's got Jackson, gives it to him. Jackson, the shot off the goal post. In front of the net. That one away. Here's Jackson, a backhand. Rolls the goal crease again. And the Whalers will get it out of there. Rice coming to center ice. He brings it in over the line, gets knocked down. Buchner takes it back. Up it comes to Hughes at center. Hughes trying to work his way in over the blue line and does. Fired it in front of the net, knocked down. Kept in, now Buchner can't hold it in. It ends up at center ice and he deals it right back in again. Sabres clear the zone. Covered by Hartford, just off the boards to center ice. Daniels picks it off. Here's Daniels taking a shot. Trepilov steers that one to the corner. Buchner hacks at it. The Whalers have too many men on the ice. Oh, brother. And they got caught. Gordon Blasiker got, he was the linesman that caught them. They had too many men out there. Brendan Shanahan coming over to argue, but I'm sure that we could show it if we had the replay. They had too many men on.
Obrowski right on top of the play. He was within a couple of feet of the Hartford bench. And when you're going off the ice on a line change and the puck happens to be there, you just don't play the puck. You go to the bench. Look at the Hartford Whalers on the ice. 2, 4, 5, 6 players. There they are. Maybe even 7.
That doesn't include the goaltender.
No, that's right. Many of your goaltenders at the other end. So, no question about that. And Paul Maurice's hockey club will be shorthanded with 3:14 to go here in the second. The youngest coach at 29 in the NHL. Joined the Hartford Whalers in 1995 as an assistant after serving as head coach of the Detroit Junior Red Wings.
A little over 3 to go here in the second period. Rice will serve that bench penalty. And LaFontaine, Daw, Burridge, Plant, and Zhitnik. Zhitnik catching up with it. On the wing, it comes to Plant, ducking away at center ice. Now in over the line. Derek Plant tips it into the corner. After it himself. Chopped around on the board. Zhitnik could not hold it in. He rolled it back in over the line. That's an offside, and that might have been called an intentional offside and was not.
Well, you know, partner, if I had 3 wishes tonight, my first wish would be that Ted Darling would be in attendance. Truly one of the legends of the odd.
Yes, sir.
I broadcasted my first radio game beside Ted many years ago, and he always offered me encouragement and advice over the years. One of the great broadcasters in the history of the league.
And sorely missed by all his co-workers as well, I might add. Not only a great broadcaster, but a great guy.
Sure was.
A lot of fun. Plant back to pick it up now, giving it there to Zhitnik. He'll leave it for LaFontaine. And they're going to have to go on the penalty. Zhitnik being chased around, trying to pull away, and does. Zhitnik swings back through center, brings it in over the line. Zhitnik in behind the net, squeezed out by Malik. Burridge picks it off. Burridge trying to get it to Daw. Does. Daw on the corner, sails it back to Plant. Put it in front of the net. Deflected just wide by Burridge. They chop at it on the boards. Daw pries it free to Burridge again, looking for LaFontaine. In front of the second goal. Buffalo has the lead, 2-1.
Beautiful play by Buffalo all the way around. It was Zhitnik who lugged the puck into the zone. Burridge who makes the play at the top of the screen, and LaFontaine drills it in. Number 40, and the Sabres jump ahead by 2-1. This is a great play by Burridge. He's looking all the way for LaFontaine. Beat the defenseman, Gerald Diddick, and then made the pass. 40 goals for LaFontaine.
Brown scooting back behind his net now to bring it away. Slips it off the boards to Dineen. He flipped it ahead. Slides down the ice. Shannon back after it. Shannon gets it around to Barada. Barada trying to muscle it out. Can't do it. That rolls back to the blue line. Glynn keeping it in there. Glynn moves it in the corner. Came back and all the way to center ice. Jeff Brown picks it up there. Less than 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Whalers with Dineen in over the line. Ran high. Rips his shot wide on the short side. Held in by Castles. Castles guns it to the blue line. Glynn's got it. Feeds it back into Castles again. Passes to Glynn. Backhand. Right in for the rebound. It's tipped into the corner and taken away by Shannon. Shannon just sliding it through center ice. Brown has to catch up to it. Bugner. There's Galley arrest. Going in over the line. Plant gets tripped up. There's no penalty called there. Right after it again. Bumps with Dineen and keeps it in to Barada. Barada spinning around back at the point. Barada dishes it down low to May. May leaving it there to Barada again. Trying to get away from Ranheim, who knocked him down. Shoveled around for Pekka. Pekka keeping it in with some tipsy doodling. Now to Bugner. Running shot, go rebound in front. Barada couldn't connect. And it goes off Bugner's stick and out through center ice. 45 seconds remain in the period. Wilson slipping it to Bugner. He tapped it ahead. That's broken up. Pekka couldn't get anywhere. Now he's got it again and over the line. Leaving it there. It's rolled around to May. May tapped it behind the net. Pekka out in front. Backhand right on Mazzani. Covers is up in the goal crease. Wasn't sure where it was, but did the job.
Boy, he's unorthodox, Jason Mazzotti, but he's getting the job done for Hartford. A .912 save percentage coming into tonight's game. And watch him as he makes his save, and he's not really sure where the puck is. It went off his blocker, and oftentimes that puck will bounce into the net, but not this time. And the name of the game is stop the puck. Mazzotti did that. 21 shots on goal for Buffalo. And Mazzotti with 19 saves.
Half a minute remaining in the period. Chucked around behind the net. McBain picks it up. And ends up going back through center ice. Bubner catches up with it. That's by O'Neill. Gives it to Jackson. Jackson at center now. Here's Hughes flipping one in. He trapping it. Swings it around on the glass. Hughes kept it in, at least for a moment anyway. Goes after it again. Out in front. Pekka's shot is right on. And Mazzotti is there to make the save again.
So frustrating if you're a forward. The play is set up perfectly by Brent Hughes. And you just don't get many scoring chances like that during a game. That is a point-blank quality chance. And the goaltender beats Pekka. But Brent Hughes makes a terrific play in the corner and a perfect pass to Pekka. Now right here he spots him. And Mazzotti, good save. Let's give the goaltender some credit. But as a forward, when you have that chance, you always say to yourself, my goodness, how could I miss from there?
Come on, Teddy. Give the fans a big thrill. Pull your goaltender. 2.3 seconds left. Face off in the Hartford end. Nope. Treplov's going to stay in there. Nicolishin kicks it back into the corner. That does it. Pekka tried to get it in front. He did, but got beaten by the buzzer.
Well, the special team coming through for Buffalo. Pat LaFontaine scoring on the power play. And the Sabres taking it to Hartford.
2-1 is the score at the end of 2 here at the Odd. Let's go again to Barry Buteau.
Thank you, Rick. Coming up during the second period intermission, I'll talk to Vaclav Varada making his NHL debut as a Buffalo Sabre. Ryan Blessing will have another Sabres NHL update from our Empire studios. Then Rick and Jim are back with their second period analysis. After 40 minutes of hockey at the Odd, Pat LaFontaine's 40th puts the Sabres ahead 2-1 on Empire.
What in the world? Dad took it when you walked me to school that first day, remember? It's amazing you didn't hate me forever for making you wear those galoshes. You've always tried to protect me, Mom. That's why I bought that extra life insurance. When Dad died, I found out a funeral can cost over $6,000. I never want to leave that kind of burden on you.
If you're a man or woman between the ages of 50 and 75, the Mutual of Omaha companies have a guaranteed life insurance plan that fits you perfectly. It can cost you as little as 29 cents a day, and it's guaranteed in 5 ways. Your payments will never increase. Your benefits will never decrease. There are no health questions. You don't even have to take a physical. You can't be turned down, and it can't be canceled, ever. Call toll-free for your free information. There's no risk or obligation. Call 1-800-867-8107. Operators are available. Call now, 1-800-867-8107.
Shanahan's got a problem with a little extra tape on his stick that he had to dispense with.
Just looking at the scoreboard, Detroit won another game today, 5-1 over Dallas. 62nd win of the season.
Here's Divick now. He whistles one through center, but it's going to go to Trepalov. For Galley. Chased around by Shanahan. Got it to LaFontaine, who tips it over to Daw. Daw will flip one in over the line. Divick knocks it down, chipped it to center ice. And recovered again with Nicolishin. Nicolishin coming in over the line. Astley can't get it. The shot went over top of the net. Rebound goes wide and rolls around on the boards. To the line, not out apparently. LaFontaine collects it and starts back. LaFontaine to Daw with Murray. LaFontaine looking in front for a pass from Daw. He got it right to the goal crease. The Whalers recover. Daw comes back to bump with Nicolishin. Puck ends up going down the ice where Astley is there. Astley starting away to Shannon, to Mark Astley again. He tips it for Daryl Shannon. Up to May. May Coming to the Hartford line and over. May on his backhand, loses control. Lim takes it away. Here's Castles whacking at it. Plant keeping it in. Going to stuff it back along the board. Parada goes tumbling in there. Plant coming up with it. Back to the point it comes. It is held in by Shannon. Rosati puts it right on Shannon's stick again. He scoops it back into the corner to Parada. Squeezing it to May. May along the wall. Tangled up in there, trying to pull away from Castles. They kick at it. Castles pries it free and deals it up for Deneen. Brown sailing one into the corner. Sanderson charges after it, trying to flip it in front. Plant gets it back and deals it ahead to Verada. Verada dribbling it in over the line. Now heading to the bench for a change. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the third period. Off the boards, Hughes keeping it in there. Here's Hughes ducking back into the corner in front. Jackson trying to stuff it in the rebound. It's gone! Gems at home, and the Buffalo Sabres with their largest lead of the evening, 3-1.
Well, Dane Jackson makes a great play as Hughes brings the puck in from the point. Watch the play that Jackson see. Instead of going around behind the net, he came back out in front, and Derek Plant jammed it in. Now the puck goes in off Mazzotti. He gets a piece of it, and the Buffalo Sabres go up by 3-1 as Plant has his second of the night on a play that was made first of all by Hughes and then by Dane Jackson moving to the front.
The Sabres with 3 unanswered goals after the Whalers get on the board first. Jackson trying to pick it up in the corner. Can't do it. Fighting for the puck again, and it switch free around to Bubner. He'll slip it on the way to Hughes. Hughes dumped it to the blue line. Not out. Whalers keeping it in there. Shot by Ranheim is right on, and flopping on that one and hanging on Trepalov. And Bubner flattened his check beside the net.
Now, good strong coverage by Bubner after a strong save by Trepalov. So Derek Plant scores his 23rd of the season. Dane Jackson and Brent Hughes draw the assists at 1:59. And the youngster from Cloquet, Minnesota. Doug McKinney would like to work with him over the summer and will. I think for at least a month or so. He wants Derek to get a little stronger, more upper body strength.
Diddick holding it in now. Diddick trying to cut in front of the net. Back to the point. It comes. The shot by Malik knocked down. And it's taken away to center ice with Pekka. Pekka swings away from Malik. Getting it over the line to Hughes. Hughes banks it in behind the goal. All the way around to Daniels. He can't get it out. Bubner keeping it in. Long shot knocked down. Here's Hughes hustling in there. Recovered by Daniels. Lost it. Gets it back again. Just scoops it to center ice where Bubner recovers. Bubner off the boards. Rice keeping it in, though. Here's Rice, and taken away neatly by Zipnik, and then Rice hauled him off the puck. Bubner to Hughes. Gets away from Jansen's. Cleared out to center ice. Back comes Jackson. He rolls it in. Hughes is chirping away at Jansen's, who's on his way to the bench. Fired through center. Recovered with Astley to Plant. He tried to get it ahead to Hughes, but he was on his way off for a rest. It's deflected in right on Trepalov. Astley. Plant stolen back by the Devils, or by the Whalers, I beg your pardon. Well, he tip it along the boards, but not out. Plant finally forces it out to Pearson. Plant pries it free with a pass up to May. He couldn't get anywhere. Glynn's got it in the corner, and May's got Glynn. Play is called. Glynn looking for his lid as Pearson and Shanahan are shoving.
There's a new kind of spring fever, and it's all about saving money. It's your Chevrolet Geo Dealer Spring Sales Cleanup, where you'll find great deals on Chevrolet, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road, like the rugged and versatile Chevy Blazer LS 4x4. Right now, you can lease one for only $299 a month for 30 months with $19.70 down. That's right, only $299 a month for 30 months. So get to the Spring Sales Cleanup now, and someday you could be a member of the Chevy Truck 100,000 Mile Club. It's only at your local Chevrolet Geo Dealer.
triple-decker pizza from Pizza Hut. 6 cheeses, 2 crusts, and 1 hellacious taste.
While we were in commercial break, Brendan Shanahan and Mark Astley got into this tussle. It began with Shanahan and Scott Pearson. Here's Brad May with a solid hit on Brian Glenn, knocked his helmet off. And Shanahan is in the box on one side. 16-14 to go here in the third period. Buffalo in the lead by 3-1. Pearson also has gone to the box.
Well, Pearson was in there first. The Sabres have 3 players in the box. Hartford has 1. I don't know if they're going to load up on the Whaler captain or not. Let's go down now to Barry Butel.
Thank you, Rick. I am with Erwin Pastor, and of course, as you can see from the Pepsi-Cola cap, this jersey's been around a while.
Oh, wow.
Talk about your odd memories, Erwin.
Oh, there's been so many great memories, you know, through the years, particularly since 1956 and, you know, going through 1970. Perhaps my greatest moment, though, was in 1962 and 63. And I'll never forget Buffalo in the 6th game, Calder Cup championship, a fellow by the name of Doug Robinson, coming down on that right side at 19:59 on the clock, and we won the game 3-2, and we went on to win the Calder Cup in 1962 and 63. What a memory.
Before there were the Knoxers, of course, the Pastors bringing the Buffalo Bisons to Memorial Auditorium.
That's right.
From that point on, I guess hockey was solidified in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, well, it was a decision by my dad, Sam Pastor, Ruby, Sam, and Al, the Pastor brothers. They thought sports was a very important thing for the city of Buffalo. Matter of fact, my uncle once said, my Uncle Ruby, he said, a city without sports is a city without lights. And we were a very important part of it. And of course, then the Knox brothers coming in and that relationship, and finally we got our dream.
What are your memories here tonight?
A lot of great memories and wonderful memories, you know, through the years. Myself personally, I've attended just over 1,000 games. You know, about 800 in the AHL and about 200 in the NHL, and so many wonderful memories of fans, and it's just a great place, the Ord. And those are memories we're all going to share for the rest of our lives. But with the new Marine Midland Arena coming, there'll be some great memories and great times to think about. And we're looking forward to that.
We all are. Thank you, Erwin. I appreciate you putting it all together for us. Rick Jeanneret and Jim Loren.
Okay.
And Shanahan has been excused for the night.
We would assume it would be, although they haven't made the announcements, 2 minutes for instigating, 5 for fighting, and that's an automatic game misconduct.
And there they are, the 2 gentlemen who were instrumental for everything that's happening, and I guess the reason that we've got jobs.
Yes. Seymour on the left, Northrup on the right. 2 of the finest gentlemen this game has ever known. Just enjoying, I suppose, with, although Seymour, Gary was talking to him in the pregame show. Seymour says, I have some great memories, but he says, it's time to move. It's time to make a change, and the Sabres look forward to doing that next season at the new Marine Midland Arena.
Paul Maurice still hasn't sent anybody over to the penalty box to serve the minor penalty, and now it's going to be Steve Rice as he makes his way across the ice almost 4 minutes into this third and final period, if indeed this game does not go to OT.
This is one of these games that the Sabres would like to run away with it here.
Kept in by Galley, in front of the net. LaFontaine back to Platt, cleared it right in front again. Knocked down, however, and recovered by Deneen. Deneen slipping it through the middle. Here's Castles in over the line. Castles trying to put it in front. In the corner, Daw popping it around behind the net. Galley could not catch up with it and leaves it to Platt. Platt ducks away from Deneen. For Daw. Daw sailing it through center ice. Burridge hustles in there. Chips it behind the goal. It's dribbled around on the boards again. Vanheim coming up with it for Hartford. Vanheim now sailed it off a stick of LaFontaine through center ice, and because LaFontaine's stick was above his shoulders, that'll be whistled down, and because the Sabres have the man advantage, the faceoff will be in the Buffalo zone.
Pat LaFontaine with his 40th goal of the evening, or 40th goal of the season. Well, that might be a road hockey statistic, 40th of the evening.
I'm glad he didn't get 40. I'd be a wreck.
They'd have to carry you out of here probably long ago. Derek Plant, a big night with 2 goals for Buffalo, playing the point on this power play.
Jansen's moving in on the draw now for the Whalers. Kick at it in the circle. Plant trying to work it out. He elects to leave it to Galley. Little over a minute remaining in the power play for Buffalo. Sabres up by 2 here in the third. LaFontaine sliding away to center ice again. To the Hartford line and over. LaFontaine rolls it around. Back for Galley. Over to Plant. One timer right on. Rebound. And Masadi finally covers up. And McCrimmon gets all tangled up there with Burridge. (1938). That even precedes me. I know that's shocking
Not by
to you.
much, but
I know that's shocking to you, but it does.
Not by much.
Of course, very shortly we're going to be moving just down the street.
Ooh, I like those hot things there. Those jalapenos. Is that what they are?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So does she. LaFontaine staying out against Andy Castles. 53 seconds to go in the Shanahan minor. Diddick tips it around behind the net. And high in the air by Denis. Zhitnik pulls away from Castles and leads the rush right back again. Zhitnik cruising in over the line. Zhitnik looking in front of the net. And LaFontaine couldn't connect. Plant takes it away at center ice. Plant trying to work it back again, and does. Derek Plant fired it in front, knocked down. Zhitnik can't get a hold of it. It jumped over his stick and went to center. There's 20 seconds left in the power play now. LaFontaine scooped it in over the line. It's knocked down. LaFontaine bumping with Deneen, and Deneen then labeled LaFontaine with the stick. And now here's Deneen trying to get it. LaFontaine. Well, this is going to get ugly. I'll tell you what, Kevin Deneen just blew it, lost his cool for no reason. He had the penalty. He's going to get the penalty.
Let's think back to the opening period when he lost his cool and drilled the puck into the Buffalo zone after he knew the whistle had gone. And Mike Wilson went after him. And Denis is a feisty player, but sometimes his emotions gets the best of him. This is unnecessary. Denis tries to run LaFontaine from behind and goes to the penalty box, and Buffalo now with a 2-man advantage for 13 seconds anyways.
Double minor. Denis gets a double minor.
So the Sabres will try to make Hartford pay for this one with a 3-1 lead here in the third. LaFontaine with a goal here tonight, his 40th, 91 points on the season. Well over a point per game as Deneen goes 4 minutes for high sticking. Here's the play as LaFontaine tried to swat the puck down from out of the air, and Deneen, there's the second one.
Buffalo with a 2-man advantage, but only for another 5 seconds. LaFontaine swings it in over the line to Galley. Galley for Zhitnik. Back it goes to Galley. He took a shot, but fanned on it, and the Whalers are now 1 man short. Trepilov will have to come out and play it away from Rice, and does. Zhitnik lost it. The shot. Trepilov recovered and got back in the net as Emerson let it go.
Quick reaction by Andre Trepilov as Zhitnik and Trepilov miscued on this play, and the Buffalo goaltender quickly scampered back into the net. Zhitnik had the puck bounce over a stick. Emerson, of course, knows Trepilov is out of position, or at least thinks he is, but Andre got back there in a hurry. Trepilov with 18 shots on goal, 17 saves.
Hey, the ex-mayor.
His honor, Jimmy Griffin. Good to see him here at the Odd tonight, enjoying the final game.
He wouldn't miss it if he was anywhere in the vicinity. 216s facing off. Galley is back there. 3.5 to go in that double minor. Left for Gary Galley. Steers his way through center, dealing one off into the corner. LaFontaine to Pekka. He fired it just wide. Round on the boards. Plant trying to keep it in. And it's knocked back out. Tapped right back in again. Sabres have to clear the zone. Malik dealing it over for Deddick. Deddick bearing it to center ice, and it'll be gunned ahead around behind Trepolo. LaFontaine being watched back there by Sanderson. That squeezes it to Galley. Galley, the pass to Plant. Derek Plant now wheels and deals by giving it back to Pekka, over to LaFontaine. Back it comes to LaFontaine again. LaFontaine. Galley fired one in front of the net. Galley's got it again to Plant. A one-timer knocked down by McCrimmon, and he chips it down the ice. Trepolo coming out to play it away. And as Pepperman went sailing in there. Galley trying to get it free again. Fontaine lost his stick and didn't see what happened to him. Brought in over the line by Galley. He feeds it in now to Plant. Plant looking in front. Cleared it in front of the net. He hit May right in the face. And the play has been called. Plant tried to tap it out in front of the net. The puck just jumped up in the air and caught his teammate.
Well, it was the right thought by Derek Plant as he attempted to pass it to Brad May, and it hit the defenseman's stick and caught Brad May in the face. The puck did.
The second coach of the Sabres and the man who connected the French.
Plant with 2 goals tonight for Buffalo. Tries to set up Brad May once on the left of the screen as this puck goes off the goaltender's stick and strikes May right in the mouth.
.219 left in that double minor. LaFontaine was on the bench. He's going to stay on there. Daw will come out for Buffalo. Daw with Nickel and Burridge. Nickel sliding it free. Back pass comes to Plant. Plant gliding in over the line. Down low to Nickel. Nickel sends it around behind the net. Galley pinches in to keep it in there to Nickel again. Looking in front of the net. Back to Galley. Galley to Plant. The third and the shot at the side of the net. Daw took a whack at it. Nickel's got it again. Chopped off his stick. Fed around on the other side. Galley holding it in. Here's Nickel trying to knock it free. They jam in along the board. Came back now to Daw. Fired it over top of the net. Plant holds it in. Shovels it into the corner. Then went tumbling in there. Nickel steals it back. Got it around to Burridge. Leaving it to Nickel again. Behind the net for Daw. Daw trying to get it in front. Here's Burridge twisting around. And as Whalers pick it up, and they're going to be penalized again. Another penalty.
And Scott Nickel was cross-checked in front of the net. And the Whalers pay for it, and Buffalo will go for a 2-man advantage. 1:32 remaining in Dunedin's second minor. Watch to the right of the goaltender, or beg your pardon, right in the goal crease. It was Brian Glenn or Jeff Brown, I beg your pardon, who knocked down Scott Nickel. So the Sabres with a chance to go up by 3 with 11:57 remaining here in the third period. And LaFontaine remains on the ice along with Daw and Burridge. Galley and Plant on the points. And this is where, of course, face-offs are oh so important. If the Sabres lose it, Hartford shooting it down the ice, it makes you a good 40 seconds to come back off.
And it's immediately the Whalers with the opportunity to clear it away.
And that's something Buffalo lacks, is really a strong, big, strong face-off man.
Galley swings it to Plant to Gary Galley again. He gains center ice, tips it in over the line. Galley swings it over for LaFontaine. Got Galley open. Back to Galley. One-timer. He kept it right on. Mazzotti the save. Galley again. Galley deals it into the corner. It jumps away from Daw. He recovers. Daw swings it now to Plant. In the Daw again. Daw looking in front. And away from Burridge. Sent off the boards and poked out to center ice. Castle's racing after it. Plant watching him. Castle's checked by Plant in the corner. And Plant whips it up ahead to Galley. Rousse's pass for Daw. Daw swings in over the line. He gets checked and hauled down. No penalty. Back come the Whalers. Brought in with a long shot that went wide on the short side, but is called on the upside. Let's slide back downstairs and rejoin Barry Butel.
Thank you, Rick. I'm with Verna Wojcik. Verna, you've been here from the very beginning, 26 years ago as an employee and also a season ticket holder. A lot of memories here in this building coming to a close tonight.
I certainly have, and it's been marvelous years. A lot of good memories. I'm going to hate to leave it, but I'm going to look forward to the new Marine Midland Arena.
Can you talk about, the memories are just boundless. Do you have any that stand out? I suppose the Stanley Cup Finals is a big one.
Yes, that's a big one, but also I remember a 0-0 game when we played against Montreal. Do you remember that? And of course, Chantal going through the board. And of course, Loren, the Batman, and Eddie Shack, way back. And
is endless. Verna, thank you for joining us. Let's go to Rick Jennerin.
Here comes Zhitnik, bringing it in over the line. Zhitnik around McCrimmon. He got hooked by him, but he still got the puck. In front to May. Took his shot, rattled it wide. Back it comes to the point to Galley. Galley keeping it in. Hartford still 2 men short, and May roughing it up with McCrimmon in front of the net. May now trying to get him. McCrimmon. Mazzani got in there. Mazzani trying to break him up. Here's Mazzani now. He flings off the gloves and the mask. And that's got everybody up and at him in this building. McCrimmon and May almost went at it before the face-off. Now Mazzani starts tossing punches. And Galley was forced to defend himself by throwing him back again. Oh, look, and now he's trying to knee him. Down on the ice they go. Mazzani down underneath.
Well, let's think back to a game between these two clubs earlier this season, and Mazzotti was credited with playing his 17th game, though he never got involved. He got involved in an altercation on the bench and collected 12 penalty minutes.
Oh, Mazzotti jumps back on top of Galley again as he got away from the linesman. And Mazzotti doesn't want to quit. And he's going to find a willing partner. They're going to have now. Here's Galley. And Tim Nowak's got all he can handle, trying to hang on to him. LaFontaine is being held back by Jason McBain as he wants to have a little chat with the Hartford goaltender as well.
Now, Richard Trottier, the referee, has let this game get out of control, though. There's too much stuff that went on earlier that wasn't called. And the tempers are ready to snap and have snapped.
Mazzotti, of course, is just baiting Galley now to try and get back at him again, but Mazzotti has been thumbed out of the game, I believe. Perhaps Galley as well. I don't know, but I do know this. The Buffalo Sabres have a 3-1 lead here in the third.
In front of the Hartford net is Brad May and Brad McCrimmon. Now, May's going to take a penalty right here for cross-checking. And watch what happens. The goaltender, Mazzotti, gets involved. And everything deteriorated from that point. And Mazzotti is in the dressing room. Sean Burke is in the nets for Hartford.
Somewhat reluctantly, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Meanwhile, there's still a little conflab over at the timers table trying to figure out what they're going to call here.
Sean Burke, 500 record, playing in his 66th game of the season. He's had a pretty good season, a .907 goals or save percentage, and a goals against average, a little over 3.
Brad McCrimmon is also going to the dressing room.
And we'll see if he'll be accompanied by one of the Sabres. And if so, who? Or is Galley already gone?
Well, the referee, Trache, is over at the timekeeper's bench. Ranheim is warming up the goaltender, Sean Burke.
May as well.
Yeah.
In fact, if this delay goes on much longer, somebody may as well come out and warm up Krapula. Sabres are out shooting the Whalers 29-18, almost halfway through the third period with a 3-1 lead. Oh, there's Gary. I didn't see him in behind all those folks in the penalty box.
People standing in front of him, and now Brad May makes a move. I mean, you go into a situation like that, you don't expect to get into a fight with a goaltender. Galley was just sort of getting in the way. And Mazzotti had one thing on his mind. That was to fight. He threw his mask off, and he was ready.
Well, they're both gone, too. I think Trache's got this figured out. He's also everybody out.
Yeah, he started with Rob Ray with a gross misconduct penalty back in the second period. Brendan Shanahan went because of an instigator in a fight.
I bet you really want to get involved in
Let's go back in time. Dave Hennon scoring a goal in the longest game in the history of the Sabre franchise in overtime. And of course, that forced a 7th game in New Jersey, and the Devils beat Buffalo and advanced in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But they will not advance this year as they failed to make the playoffs, defeated yesterday by Ottawa.
I remember that 7th game that was played in New Jersey, and I think there was less than a minute left in the game when Dale Howard Chuck cranked one right off the pipe that would have forced that game to overtime.
That was some series, just a incredible series. In that game that Hannon scored that incredible goal, Dominic Hasek had 70 saves in that game and was as fresh as a daisy.
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe what Dom told you.
That's what he told me.
Well, finally we get things underway again.
He might have been exaggerating just a little bit.
Buffalo still has the man advantage here. 2-man advantage, I beg your pardon.
Now Gord Brassinger sends the referee back to the timekeeper's bench.
Now comes over to deliver a shopping list to Paul Maurice.
And his honor, the Honorable Mayor Masiello, taking in tonight's game. And I'm sure we'll see him often in the new Marine Midland Arena next season.
Which may be here before this game is over. The right things are going now.
Well, it started quickly, first couple of periods, but when you have penalties and fights and altercations, it slows it right down.
Swung free to Zhitnik. Zhitnik pulling around Malik, goes to the outside, spinning around in the corner, sends it back to Plant, to LaFontaine. What timer, and he takes that one off the face of the net. LaFontaine keeping it into Burridge. Here's Daw to LaFontaine. Record now one-man short. LaFontaine sliding it across ice. Nice play to Zhitnik. Took the shot. Burke makes the save. And it's taken by Dineen to center ice. Dineen, the long shot, a blooper that goes wide, recovered by Zhitnik. Ducks back behind the net, feeds it up on the wing. Daw, cross ice now to Plant. Whalers return to full strength. Plant drills a shot and fired it off the glass. Comes back to center ice, and Hartford starts away to Sanderson. Sanderson in over the line. Clear to the cross, and Nicolation fanned on it and went down. Tipped back through center ice. Nickel racing after it now. Here's Nickel. Pretty shot right on. Burke made the save. Held in by Verano, who took a bump, but he still got the puck. Takes it back into the corner. It's gummed around behind the net. Sanderson picks it off and sails it to center. Pearson flipping it right back in again. Coming out of the net, playing it around on the board. Took a bump in there from Nickel. Here's Pearson, picks it up. Pearson had it and he couldn't reach it in front of the net. Back is McBain, guiding it ahead to Sanderson. Hit the linesman. And Wilson takes it away and dribbles it across ice for Astley. Astley swings back through the middle. It's in over the line. Took his shot, and that one deflects and goes popping up into the crowd. 9 minutes left on the clock here in the third.
Mark Essley got into a fight earlier in the game with Brendan Shanahan. Loves to rush the puck. And having an opportunity to play when the Sabres, of course, traded Craig Muni and Charlie Huddy. Essley trying to impress coaches and management and secure a spot for next year. And that can be said for probably 80% of the Sabre hockey team. We have a lot of youngsters coming up to the organization. We watched Jay McKee a couple of nights ago play a terrific game. The 18-year-old defenseman. Barada playing here tonight. Curtis Brown, of course, playing in junior and scoring all kinds of goals.
Malik being denied by Pekka. Deals it across to Jeff Brown. He'll flip it high in the air. Daniels comes up with it. Hacks one in. Knocked down in the corner to Shannon. Squeezes it on the boards, but Jansen got it back to the point. The long shot wide of the net. Jackson hustles in there. Jackson looking at free. Hughes couldn't get it out. Bugner comes up with the puck now. Bugner. Cross ice pass goes to Pekka. Pekka feathers one into the corner. Burke missed it. Came inside the net at the back of the net. Hughes keeping it again. He shot it. Mike Pekka kept on the edge of the crease. Guns it home. And Buffalo now leads 4-1.
Some great work inside the Hartford zone by Mike Pekka and company. And watch Pekka in front of the net as the Sabres reverse the puck, and Pekka jams it into the empty side, and the Sabres have a 3-1 lead. Or make that 4-1, I beg your pardon.
McBain clearing it in over the line, taken back by Shannon. He whistles it out to center ice for Dahl. Dahl swings it back in again. Dahl into Shannon, trying to clear it in front. Burridge couldn't catch up with it. It comes to center. Sanderson racing back. One man back. Sanderson took a shot. Triple off the save. The rebound. Triple off's got that one and hangs on to it. And it remains Buffalo with a 3-goal lead. 8 minutes left.
I'm Jim McKay with another update from the 2020 Global Games. Little Jacqueline Keller captured the gold today on the highly uneven bars, while Austria's gentle giant Milos dominated the 1-ton power lift. The highlight of the day so far was the record-breaking 300-meter dolphin relay.
The world of sports has evolved since all sport. Now with B vitamins, athletes need to unlock carbohydrate energy. It's more than a thirst quencher, it's a body quencher.
Coming up later, the graduated hurdles.
Pays you back. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
Mike Pekka scores his 11th goal of the season to make it 4-1 Buffalo. That's Pekka getting that puck in front of the net and beating the goaltender. That was a terrific play by the Sabres back behind the net.
Matt Barnaby doing a little autograph signing in the crowd. Unfortunately unable to finish the season on the ice. You know he'll be ready to go when they get ready in September. Who's that guy? Where's that Hasek guy?
Not used to seeing him without the mask. You
say, who's that mask man? Pass through center now. Deneen couldn't catch up with it. Goes down the ice. And Astley is there to pick it up. And they'll bring it back on the icing.
Well, Dane Jackson and Brent Hughes draw the assists on the goal by Mike Pekka. Hughes with a couple of assists tonight. Scored a big goal last night against the Capitals. Time ticking off the clock. 7:35 to go in the third period in the history of this building.
LaFontaine tried to go to the net, got it again, and couldn't control it. Up it comes on the wing now. Kapanen. He'll flip one in. Wide of the goal. Ranheim catches up with it, steered it, came right out in front, rolls back to the blue line, but Glynn is there to keep it in. Glynn shipping it into O'Neill. Slides around on the other side. Ranheim flipped it in front. Shot by Kapanen, deflects to the corner. LaFontaine off the boards, not out. Lynn winding up to take it in and right back up into the crowd, and that's going to make somebody very happy. That's after they pick the puck out of their teeth.
Well, that one wouldn't have rattled too many fillings. It wasn't going that fast. Strange, though, isn't it? How people become attached to a building or a bar, I suppose, like your favorite neighborhood bar. And, of course, this dance here, I remember back when I first joined the Sabres back in the early 70s, these are the same people at every game, season ticket holders, and you'd get to know everyone down low. And if you didn't see their faces at the games for a couple of weeks, you start to worry about them.
Plant down. He'll come through center. There's got to be another penalty coming up here to the Whalers. It's called on the offside, but Hartford's going to take yet another penalty.
Two minutes for High, sticking to Daniels. And the Sabres really keeping their poise here tonight, and the Whalers taking undisciplined penalties. Buffalo has scored, what, one power play goal, that by LaFontaine, and that scored back in the second period. Paul Maurice sure is very unhappy with the way his club has approached this game here tonight. There's the high stick behind the net, the slash by Daniels on Daryl Shannon.
They'll drop it outside the Whaler line. Kicked free and recovered finally by Pearson to Plant. He wasn't going anywhere though. Now he does. He shoveled it in over the line. Pearson hustling in along the line in the corner. Murata trying to knock it free. Murata couldn't catch up with it, and it's sent as far as the blue line. Not out. Plant keeping it in. Pucks it down low again. Pearson and Diddick are all tangled up. Murata steals it away. Murata sending it back to the point. Over it comes to Shitnik. Back it comes in front of the net again. That's knocked down. And the Whalers will get it out with a pass up to Nicolishin. Nicolishin trying to cut in on goal. Flipped it off, and Plant steals it back again. Buffalo coming back 3-on-2. Murata, the Buffalo rookie, in over the line. And to track it down in the corner, leaves it there to Pearson. Pearson hustling after it on the wall. Keeping it in, knocked it free to Plant. Plant spins around, back for Zhitnik. Zhitnik giving it to Derek Plant again. A minute left in the penalty. Plant flipped it in front of the net. He was trying to set up Pearson. Pearson missed it behind the goal. It's gunned all the way around on the boards and ends up slipping down the ice. Less than 6 left on the clock here in the third period. Zhitnik works it through center. Now brings it in over the line. Jackson ripped one high off the glass. Jackson after it again. To Hughes behind the net. Back it comes to Wilson. Wilson spinning around. Flipped his shot, knocked down, goes after it and keeps it in there. Got it into Hughes in the corner. He tried to leave it for Wilson. Wilson pinches in to Pekka. Feeding it into Hughes. Gets it front and just knocked it wide of the net. Right around the board. Jackson colliding there with Deneen. Jackson trying to hold it in. Comes back to Zhitnik. Zhitnik ducks away from Deneen, who packs him. Now he takes a shot. The goal post. Breaks it right off the plate. Well, the long shot is right on. Burke kicks it away, and another penalty coming up. And Kevin Deneen, who's out of control, will go again.
We can be pretty rough on our cars. The least we can do is put something good in them. Kendall Motor Oil. Pour in the protection.
We put a lot of strange things on our cars. The least we can do is put something good in them. Kendall Motor Oil. Pour in the protection.
Oh, man, you deserve it, though.
Our game summary brought to you by Mission Tortillas. Remember, it's not just Mexican food anymore. Nothing makes a great meal faster.
Well, Derek Plant with a big night for Buffalo, and Patty LaFontaine with his 40th of the season. Another rough game here at the odd. 3 players ejected, and perhaps the goal by Pekka at 11:39 could be the last goal in odd history.
We'll make it 4 because Kevin Deneen has just been sent to the dressing room. I don't know whether he got a game misconduct or just a misconduct, but
that's a guy. There's a guy you were talking about before. See, it did happen.
Yeah, he caught that one.
He got it?
Kind of be
No
like
problem either.
Kind of be like Tommy McVie. How many bucks did he put in his mouth for, I think?
Yeah.
Well, the Whalers have still got to send somebody over to the penalty box.
Maybe it'll be Steve Rice. He's
there he goes.
There he goes.
He's the, you've heard of the designated hitter? This is the designated sitter.
Well, it's at least the third time he's been in there, and he's probably getting a chuckle out of that. He's attaboy, Steve. Be a good sport.
Did he? In behind the net now, going to bring it out. Got it to center ice. Plant takes it back for Wilson. He slipped it up. Pekka's long pass picked up by Jerry Diddy. That's deflected in. Buffalo hammers it ahead for Jackson. The pass across ice to Hughes. In over the line, in front, and Pekka just failed to connect. Tipped off the boards, but Wilson keeps it in there. Back in the corner, Hughes takes out his check. Rolled around, it comes in front, and Burke flops on that one.
Brent Hughes, another good job of forechecking hard in the corner, and one of our keys tonight was for the Sabres to check aggressively, and Brent Hughes and company have done that as they control this game by 4-1. With 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Of course, Brent Hughes was telling me a couple of days ago he's concerned about next year, doesn't have a contract. Randy Burridge doesn't have a contract. Burridge, congratulations, by the way, the Tim Horton Award for the Unsung Hero and the Punch Imlach Award tonight given to Mr. Burridge for perseverance, dedication, sportsmanship, and well-deserved from both counts.
Not bad for a Fort Erie free agent, huh?
Yes, sir, who came into camp without a contract, had an opportunity to go to some other NHL clubs and said, I want to make this team. This is where I want to play. And he did that and is the second leading scorer this year for Buffalo.
Plant coming away now with 4 minutes left in the third period. Plant dances in over the line. Cleared in front, but broken up. Now Plant keeps it in again. Here's Plant wheeling it into the corner. And as Nickel slipped it to Lapointe's hand and it jumped away from him. Nickel trying to keep it in. Back to Plant with a shot. Burke makes the save and he's going to hang on to that one. 57 seconds remaining in the penalty now, and this is really our only opportunity of the year to thank some of the folks who work with us all year long and make this show and working behind the scenes. And we're talking, of course, about the technical people and the people in the offices who never get a chance to be recognized, and we'd like to do that right now.
Such a great crew here at the Odd. I know our producer and director, producer Doug Shaky Walton and director Phil Malika was so pleased with this crew here in Buffalo. They feel it's the best in the league.
Castles hangs it into Sanderson, and Krempelhoff got a piece of that. Chipped ahead along the wall and taken away to center ice. Nickel got tied up there. Now stolen back, brought in over the line, and Sanderson recovers. It's cleared back down the ice. A half minute left in the Hartford penalty and 3:20 remaining on the clock. The center ice, long pass through the middle, deflected in and really in. Another souvenir. As we continue our salute to those folks who have worked with us all season long.
Now, of course, when the game ends, the festivities do not end. They continue. So please stay with us as we bid final farewell to the Odd.
Verada trying to get free, tapped it behind the net. Pearson going after it. Pearson, Verada on the wall, but he spins around, puts it in front of the net. Becker tried to jam it in the short side. Off the boards and back to center. The Whalers will return to full strength as Astley taps it across to Verada. Verada working it in over the line. Verada gets knocked down by Rice, who came out of the penalty box. Burke hangs on, and another face-off. Of course, we have plenty coming up for you after the game tonight.
And I know that, partner, you're going to make your way down to the ice and address the crowd here at the Odd and other surprises as well.
Yes. Many things to happen after tonight's game, and we'll have it all for you here. Shooting live at the Odd from inside the Odd. Pekka trying to hack it in front of the net, couldn't do it. It's worked around by Janssens. Ran high at center, got away, got it up over the line. Janssens charging after it in the corner. Headed in front of the net, knocked down. Astley sending it up ahead. The pass now, 2-on-1. Pekka with Ferrata. Pekka, Ferrata. Here's Ferrata, the shot. The rebound is cleared away. Back to the point, done right back in again. And we got Glenn and Pearson who are being separated, but Sean Burke had a little bit to do with that one, too. He was trying to clean out the area in front of his net. Pearson will be getting there as you look at Eddie Becker, who's in the camera right over top of the ice, and he's been here a long time. Certainly a senior official or a senior cameraman. And Don Sellen, he was the one who, I'm sure, was known all over the place because he had the Mayday goal, and that went all over North America. It's part of our snappy cruise. Brings you the sights and sounds of Sabres hockey. Emerson coming away now, brings it in over the line. Gunned it, shot right on. Krepelov kicked it to Wilson. Roll back to the blue line, but not out. The Sabres short-handed. Krepelov the save again. Pekka uses the glass to guide it in the other direction. 2 minutes left in the auditorium history. That's steered up on the wing. Brought to center ice, and Pekka hammers Kapanen. But Kapanen bounces right back up again. Brought it in over the line. Long shot. Look out. Oh, boy, did that one ever get up into the crowd in a hurry. Got to keep your head up in this game. Got his head up, but when he got it up, all he saw was 27 and too much of them. I got to give this kid credit. He jumped right back up onto his feet. So let me at him. Right back into the play. Down to 1:45 left on the clock. As Plant will be taking the draw for Buffalo against Andy Castles. Slides to the boards. Bugner getting all tangled up with Nicolishin. Inside to center ice, and Nickel races after it. Nickel keeping it in. Now sends it across ice. Covered by Sanderson. Plant steals the puck back, and Burke the save. And it's taken away by Castles. He dribbles it across to Brown. Brown cruising back in his own end, finally finds Castles. Pass through the middle to Nicolishin. Nicolishin slipping it back again to Castles. Castles goes wide. Over to Sanderson, took his shot. He dribbled that one wide. It's popped out in front. Kept in by Emerson. Emerson now it slides back to the blue line. Brown working it down low. 1 minute remain in auditorium history. Back it comes to Sanderson. Took the shot deflected wide. Wilson can't get it out. Sanderson keeping it in. They all rattle at it again. It goes over to Brown. Buffalo still short-handed. To Emerson, the long shot. That's kicked away. Brown's got it behind the net. Feeding it around to Castles, to Sanderson. Sanderson swinging it in front. Steered back into the corner. Bugner comes up with the puck. Bugner guns it out and down the ice. This crowd is on its feet. They are roaring here at the auditorium, saluting the Odd and the Buffalo Sabres. Rice coming back to center ice now. Emerson brings it in over the line. Tipped into the corner. 20 seconds to go. Zhitnik to LaFontaine. LaFontaine away to center. Slides in over the line. He just flipped it in. Burke is going to hang on to it and spoil the party. This crowd was gung-ho. 9.5 seconds remaining. They are as one on their feet. Just a matter of ceremony now. The puck in behind the Hartford net. This game is over. a celebration, folks. A celebration and a salutation. For 26 years, well done by the auditorium. And now to move just down the street as the Buffalo Sabres season comes to an end, but it does so on the victorious side. And that has the folks in this building very, very happy. Oh, we've got plenty more coming up in a moment. The 3 stars, plenty more after that, including live from the Odd with Jennifer Smith and Bob Kaczynski.
There's a new kind of spring fever, and it's all about saving money. It's your Chevrolet Geo Dealer Spring Sales Cleanup, where you'll find great deals on Chevrolet, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road, like the rugged and versatile Chevy Blazer LS 4x4. Right now, you can lease one for only $299 a month for 30 months with $19.70 down. That's right, only $299 a month for 30 months. So get to the Spring Sales Cleanup now, and someday you could be a member of the Chevy Truck 100,000 Mile Club. It's only at your local Chevrolet Geo Dealer.
Welcome back. Bob Kaczynski and Jim Lawrence in the Marine Midland Arena Suite for a special edition of Live from the Odd. And fittingly enough, we're from the Marine Midland Arena Suite, where next year this team will be playing. And Jimmy, we're going to toss it down to the ice in just a second, but that final minute with the crowd on their feet had to give you goosebumps.
Oh, it sure did. It brought back a lot of memories to the days when I was a player. And I mean, I know how this crowd and this Odd can inspire a hockey club. And I think what else is impressive, nobody has left this building. Everybody's staying to see this final tribute.
Right now, the fans are being treated to some of the greatest calls from the Odd. And of course, you hear Rick Jeanneret in the background and Ted Darling and whatnot. And we're going to throw it down to some ceremonies to reminisce what was 26 years of Sabres hockey. The Odd built in 1940, so the Odd's been here for 56 years, and all night and all day I've heard stories from everyone concerning almost every kind of sport imaginable. And it must be nice to know that you've been etched into these memories of the Odd, Jimmy, with, of course, the famous bad incident. It's got to be a special night for you.
Oh, it sure is, Bob. And not only about what happened down on the ice, but being in the dressing room with all the great players, all the great friendships that developed over the years, that means a lot to me. And I was telling Rick that tonight when I came into the building, I walked the same walk as I did when I was a player, and I sort of felt some goosebumps. And I sat up here in the Marine Midland box, just looked around. It was a wonderful journey within myself to relive some of the great moments that I've had in this building.
So many people here tonight with cameras, video cameras, many of the workers. Rob Ray had a video camera in the locker room. And so everybody's been trying to capture their own moment. Hopefully you have your VCRs set. Right now, let's go down to Barry Butel for the final ceremonies.
Sabres last in Memorial Auditorium, the Sabres' first and only home since the club's inception in 1970. Here to begin our tribute and farewell, please welcome Sabres President and CEO, Doug Moss.
Thank you, Barry, and a special thank you to the fans for showing me firsthand over the last 15 months about the undying loyalty that you have shown this building and this team over the last 26 years. And I know that your spirit and support will continue as we bring the Buffalo Sabres with this coach, and believe me, with this new attitude, to the new Marine Midland Arena in September. I'm very proud to be a part of this organization, and I'm very proud to be in Buffalo. And now, I'd like to introduce to you a man whom which I have great respect and affection. The man who brought NHL hockey to Buffalo and made sure that it stayed here. The chairman of the board of the Buffalo Sabres, Seymour H. Knox III.
After 56 years
the time has finally come to say goodbye to an old friend. Because the old gray mare ain't what she used to be. It's hard to believe that it has been 26 years since I stood here between Floyd Smith and Montreal's Jean Beliveau for the ceremonial puck drop at our first regular season Sabres game. It was on that occasion that the wonderful relationship between our team and the Aud was born. Built as a tribute to fallen war heroes, the Aud has seen many heroes of a different kind grace its ice. Over the years, we have been thrilled by the exploits of Tim Horton, Roger Crozier, Rick Martin, René Robert, Craig Ramsey, Danny Gare, Don Luce, Jim Schoenfeld, and now Pat LaFontaine. And Dominic Hasek. And I left our very best player in history, Gilbert Perreault, for last. We will always treasure the performances of these players in this grand old building. But the time has come to enter a new era, beginning in the fall in Marine Midland Arena. I would be remiss if I did not mention my brother Norty and Bob Swados, whose dedication to this NHL franchise has meant so much. I would also like to thank my wife Jean and our 4 children for their loyal support. In addition, I would like to thank the Buffalo Bison Hockey Club, whose winning tradition set the tone for this building. Finally, and most of all, I want to thank all of you, the fans of the Buffalo Sabres, for your enthusiasm and devotion to our team. I hope that our next 26 years in Marine Midland Arena will be as memorable as our first 26 were here in the Aud. So, farewell, old friend.
It is my pleasure to introduce the first ever captain of the Buffalo Sabres, Mr. Floyd Smith.
Thank you, Seymour. Thank you, Doug. Well, as we all do, I have so many great and fond memories of playing in this building. It's almost difficult to believe that it's 26 years ago, Seymour, since you and I stood very close to this spot for the first ceremonial face-off and the start of the Sabre franchise. The odd has gone through a few changes over the years, but the one thing that has stayed the same is the fans. You guys are the greatest. I have so many memories of this building as a player and a coach, and we have a lot of other players around here tonight that also share my feelings. To say goodbye to the odd in a manner that's fitting, please join me in welcoming some of the men who played here, some recently, some not so recently, who I'm sure share my feelings tonight. First of all, the right wing on the French Connection, number 14, is retired Rennie Robert. A member of the Buffalo Sabres Hall of Fame and currently the Sabres Director of Player Personnel, number 20, Don Luce. The left wing of the French Connection, his number 7 is retired, Richard Martin. Buffalo Sabres Hall of Famer and former captain, number 18, Danny Gare. Another Buffalo Sabre Hall of Famer, number 10, Craig Ramsey. He played 9 of his 12 seasons with the Sabres. Number 27, Larry Playfair. And to help us out, some of the current Sabres, one of the youngest, number 34, Mike Wilson. Sabres assistant captain, left wing, number 10, Brad May. And it's my pleasure to introduce the Sabre captain, number 16, Pat LaFontaine. I would like now to ask this very special group of Sabres to assist me in lowering our retired numbers, divisional and conference championship banners so they may be preserved and displayed for years to come. Thank you.
Pierre to Mayday and La Fontaine. Please welcome Rick Jenneret.
Thank you. I'm not going to stand here and spiel off a list of odd memories, else we'd all be a lot older by the time I finish. I can tell you, I did my first broadcast from that little cubbyhole over center ice 25 years and about 60 pounds ago. And I do have a wish, albeit one that cannot and will not be fulfilled. I wish that standing next to me right now would be Ted Darling. The Odd has been a wonderful home. It deserves to rest in peace. But wait till you see the new digs, the Marine Midland Arena. What a way to greet the millennium. In a moment, Sabres past and present will take a turn at carrying the puck on odd ice for one final time. For myself, thank you. Thank you for listening for a quarter of a century, and let me tell you something else. It's been a blast. See you in September. One block in that direction.
Well, that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. The final shot on net, the closing of Memorial Auditorium. Back upstairs with Jim Lorentz and joined by Larry Felser, longtime columnist of the Buffalo News. Jim, right now, I tell you what, I don't know what words could describe what we just saw on the ice.
There are no words to describe it. I'm getting all choked up. But I guess the fans are, we talk about the building, but the fans are what makes the building also. And let's listen to them. All this week, from the unveiling of the uniform, when there were 18,000, 20,000 people in this building, to this tribute here tonight, I think they're the ones that have made it over the years.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will hear from Larry Felser, the Buffalo News. Many guests lined up for our final farewell. We'll be back right after this.
I mean, it was infamous.
Take any piece of memorabilia you want. I mean, you take a baseball to Mike Smith. Say, do you remember when you signed this? He'll say, you know, son, I mean, you know, I signed a lot of baseballs. I mean, I signed it, I'm sure, but I don't know when. This piece, any one of those players, you show it to them. The limited edition 1000. They'll say, oh yeah, that was the Atlantic City show. I was there. Yeah, I remember when I signed that piece.
Well, gang, we have 2 of these.
Chris, not you two again. Lots of little chocolate